streaming. Is this working? Hey, we are live, and it's actually public this time. Okay. Hello, everybody. So, funny story for anyone who hasn't seen this yet. Funny story. I started the stream, but I didn't realize I had it set to privacy private. Hi there, Byzantium. You are here. So I tried making this go live, but funny enough, I accidentally had it set to private, so no one was coming in, and it was just 0 people. Because for some reason, there's a setting in YouTube that you can set a private stream, not even unlisted, just private that only you can access. But anyway, yo, hello everybody. The pin is in fact on. I threw it on. I was wearing it for the recording, and I'm also wearing the hat. This hat was a gift from Adrian Styles. I linked his channel in the I introduced him. He's the man who got me into this game. So yeah, Toxtricity is in fact being time for Dream Shard teams. Oh my goodness, Swalot during this week. Wait a minute, I just thought about something. You know, maybe I use it to farm Dream Shards. Maybe I start investing my other Oh, but I think I used all my handy. I think I used all my Swalot my Gulpin candy. Wait a minute. Do I have enough candy? I don't have any candy to even evolve this guy. And it's got skill level up. It would get to level 3. No, it would only get to a level 6 main skill. That's not that I don't want to do that. If I could have gotten this guy to level 8 main skill, then I might have been willing to get this guy just to level 25 and evolve him fully to run 2 Swalots during the week, because that's going to be a hefty Dream Shard expense. But man, Swalot's going to be powerful. Well, not powerful. It's just going to make more skills. Going to make more Dream Shards than usual. Speaking of which, I'm running him right now, because it's always good to have excess Dream Shards. But yes. Yeah, you caught alive. Howdy do, everybody. Howdy do. Glad to have you all in there. Hanging out. But yeah, no, we're told now there is in fact a an event, Super Skills Week. Toxil has to go with plus and minus, right? Oh yeah, I guess it could be a variant of plus. Can't it? Wait a minute. I didn't cover that in my my news video, but I just remembered it has plus and minus as abilities. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? A visitor. Hello? Visitor?
Oh, hello.
Oh boy. Speak. Let's see how loud you come through.
I'm speaking. Am I loud enough?
I don't know. I may have to crank down my phone audio so that I can crank up the input overall. I can hear you just fine, but I don't know if chat can. The Dream Collab is back at it again, is what Byzantium says. Not the duck guy, is what Azor says. 50% I'll use both forms. Is that Ben Brown? Is it? I think it is.
Congratulations, Azor, you just won a Golduck.
Okay, I'm going to go into my phone app settings. I'm going to go into the app settings and lower the audio from the music. And then crank up my total output. That should help. Okay. Now I can crank this up so people should be able to hear you now. Okay.
Hey, it's now a Verizon commercial. Hey Verizon, sponsor Velociraptor. Can you hear me now?
Like
good.
This. Okay, I think you're good. It looks like it's hitting decent levels. If it's too loud, chat, let me know. If it's not loud enough, also let me know. But yes, this hat was the gift I was talking about. It says we're always making serious strides, and serious strides is spelled with the Raichu's tail, and has the atop belly Tyranitar. Robot Ben. It is a little robotic, but it's he's coming to a phone. So, what do you think of this news, Ben?
Hey, it's always great to get new Pokemon in the game, right?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it also is pretty notable that they have plus and minus. I wish I had thought about that before I made my news video, because that's actually pretty interesting.
You should have been in the Velociraptor Discord, because we were all talking about it. It's great. We were talking about Pokemon Sleep and the like.
Yeah, and the like, in this case. Nice. Thank you. Thanks for the compliments on the hat. But yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty excited for it. I mean, it's a new Pokemon. I've talked about Toxtricity for a while. I talked about it back when we talked about Plus to begin with, but I didn't think to bring it up again this time around. But yeah.
Now, I threw out some speculation. It could be cool if it was plus and minus, but with different base skills. While we have like Tasty Chance, or no, what do we have? Pod Expansion and Unpod Expansion. I've already forgot what the other.
Pod Expansion and Ingredient Magnet.
Yeah, it could be cool to have other main skills, but that are still qualifying as plus and minus skills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'd agree. It'd be kind of neat. It'd be interesting though because I missed the key difference between the low key form and the amped form in the base games, and that's the plus and minus difference. There's a minor amount of misinformation in my video. Oh well, I guess that's spoilers. I said that there's no difference between them in the base games, but there is one difference, and that's that one of them has plus and one of them has minus. But okay, in the base games that functions the same. Plus and minus do the exact same thing, so there functionally is no difference. But yeah. Electric poison type in the base game. So they're just poison type here. They're prepping us for the Amber Canyon. My theory was, what if it was Berry Burst? What if it was Berry Burst poison type?
Ooh. I was wondering if they put in more Berry Burst options in preparation for Expert Mode.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Keeping the nature deciding the Evo is nice. Yeah, that's pretty cool, especially since... Thank you for... Oh, Adrian Styles! Complimenting the hat. Big shocker there. But yeah, okay, keeping the nature deciding the Evo is nice if they don't functionally do anything different. If they functionally do something different, then that's just weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see a Berry Burst, because, I mean, more berry options for the Amber Canyon would be kind of useful. And it would make Toxtricity a must-have for most. I wouldn't need it, but most, it would be like, if it's actually good, it'd be a must-have. For prepping for the next island, that is. Unless you have the Butterfree of the Dreams. I think they'll do something different. Berry or Dream Shard Magnet. Dream Shard Magnet. We haven't gotten a single new Dream Shard Magnet Pokemon since launch. Well, we haven't gotten a single new Dream Shard Magnet skill specialist since launch.
That's true. I have a question to send you spinning down a rabbit hole.
Oh boy, what's the question?
In the past, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, because you know this stuff better than me. In the past, you've made a comparison of like how a Berry Finding S Dragonite can compete with a strong Altaria, right? Mm-hmm. I'm wondering how that a Berry Finding S Dragonite also stacks up against the other potential Berry Farmers, Arbok and Butterfree, as far as that late island viability.
Yeah, so... Okay, the Berry Finding S Dragonite comparison actually is no longer perfect, because since then they've actually buffed Altaria. In one of the updates, they decreased its frequency, so it's no longer as perfect as it once was. But it still is very competitive, because they didn't buff it by that much. I mean,
And I know Dragonite was high on your Raptor Berry Index list.
Yes.
If I said the name right.
It was. Okay, I mean, let's see here. If I just do a quick little comparison. Level 70 news incoming. Oh gosh, I don't even have that many Pokemon at level 65. I couldn't handle it. Although that would be like them to just randomly and suddenly drop level 70 with like no note. Okay, so compared to all 4 of them, with just Berry Fighting S and Help Speed M at level 60, the Dragonite actually does better for raw strength if you're using all the herbs as filler, than all 3 of them. Although...
Alright, you heard it, people.
That's at level 60,
Dragonite.
At level 65... Because berries scale exponentially, while the Dragonite's herbs were gonna stay fixed. So at level 65... Okay, it's slightly better in favor of Dragonite. Butterfree is close, though. Like, so close that you may as well consider them about the same. I guess Dragonite's slightly
Release
better, though.
your inhibition. Feel the rain on your skin.
Yep.
The rain from...
Rain on X.
There's no rain here. I was going to say, feel the rain on X on your skin. There you go.
Yeah, Butterfree's about Dragonite's about 2% better than Butterfree at level 65. If you are able to use all the herbs in the pot. Like, if you're able to use it all as filler. But if you can't fit it all as filler, then that's just going to go to waste. And that's a lot of herbs. That's 103 herbs a day at level 65. With the...
Yeah, how much is the actual berry strength? So the berry strength, it stays competitive, though, with Arbok.
It's actually better than Arbok. If Arbok's not sneaky snacking. The thing is, Arbok is, like, prime candidate for sneaky snacking. So... And Dragonite, you wouldn't want to sneaky snack because it gets a lot of strength from its herbs. So when sneaky snacking, the Arbok actually is the best. Actually, even better than Dragonite. In fact, I wonder how that works out, because Altaria is also a great candidate for sneaky snacking as well. Yeah, actually, if you take the time to sneaky snack them, well, I guess not take the time to sneaky snack them, then they all do actually better. Which, under sneaky snacking conditions, Dragonite doesn't stand a chance, because it's an ingredient specialist, and part of that value is the ingredients. So I guess that's the comparison. Is you gotta consider them when sneaky snacking. And yeah, even at level 60, it does worse than all 3 of them. So that's the difference.
But a great thing to be running. And if it was complemented by a berry burst, a great berry to be pulling in.
Yes. Well, because Dragon Berry is the strongest berry in the game. Berry Burst doesn't synergize with anything better than that. If you're running a Sceptile, or if they make Toxil and Toxtricity a Berry Burst Pokemon, then they'd have great synergy with Dragonite, for sure.
Well, we know that they're not going to introduce a new skill, in theory, because they didn't tell us. So that means we're not going to have Berry Burst and Berry Worst, unfortunately.
Now, the fact that they didn't mention a new skill makes me almost think that they're not going to make it plus and minus variants. Because in the past, even when they did just like variants like that, they still mentioned it in the description. Like, they mentioned it in the description with Braviary, when it went from Disguised Berry Burst to just Basic Berry Burst. You'd think that would make them mention it if they was going from Basic whatever to plus whatever it's going to be, or minus whatever it's going to be.
So it could still be the plus and minus that we just got.
Yes, it could be.
With a new A ingredient.
Yes, and that'd be the only difference is on Toxtricity Yellow, what is it actually called? Amped form. it'd just be a different ingredient. But then it would actually work with new Pokemon, or it would actually give us more. It would give Plusle and Minun more viability because it's got more options. Although, how often would you want? Well, I guess if we think expert mode, it'd be rough. But just make Ant plus and low key minus and same skill. Yeah, that's what we were saying.
I just caught a great Minun. and I don't really want to hunt Plusle, so I would really love to see another plus option.
Yeah.
Now, do you think this is going to be a 16 Pipmon?
Well,
Or do you think it's
Toxil.
going to be an easy hunt?
Well, it's Toxil. It's a baby. Toxil's the base form, and it evolves in either
Well,
form.
don't assume I know what Pokemon are babies. Come on.
Something very interesting.
I don't know that.
This is our first, it's our second Galar line. This is Gen 8. This is a game you actually played.
Okay, that doesn't mean I know it's a baby Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah, this one is literally a baby. Which is interesting.
I mean, now that you say it, I can see that its cuteness factor is through the roof, and it's like wearing a diaper, so
yeah,
it makes sense.
It's also slumbering type.
Oh, see, that should have been my real clue. Got it.
Galar Slowpoking coming for Amber Canyon. Well, they haven't announced that yet, but this is our first bit of Galar representation since Cramorant. And up until this point, Cramorant's been the only Galar representation. So
over a year.
Yeah, this is the first Gen 8 Pokemon since Cramorant was added, which is crazy to think about. Yeah. Wait, a pink shiny? I don't know what Toxtricity's shiny looks like.
I do remember this Pokemon because it's the one that looks like a rock star when it does the oh wow, I don't remember the name of the thing.
Yeah, a lot of its moves. It's got the ability Punk Rock. Maybe that's why I didn't think of plus and minus, because I just associate it with the ability Punk Rock. Yeah, it's like a strawberry pink color. What the low key? Oh yeah, they're both like a strawberry pink. It's just the only thing that changes is blue or yellow. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Shiny. What about Toxil?
It'll look even cooler in Pokemon Sleep, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you can already see what they look like when they're not shiny. And it's a pretty... The art style of Sleep is so beautiful. It's a very great art style. But yes, I'm excited for it. Now I'm wondering, like, what island do I want to go to? I probably want to go to Old Gold, honestly. G-Max on
That's
Snorlax.
exactly what I've been debating.
I think the play is either Expert Mode or, like Expert Mode Green Grass, which we don't have all the details about. I honestly don't think I'll be able to decide until Sunday night when we get all the details for Expert Mode. Unless we get all the details prior to, like, like if the data mine actually tells us, like, what the buffs and debuffs are and what the Expert Mode challenges are going to be. Maybe I go there. Maybe I do that. But if...
Because we might be able to find out, like, what the list is of what they could be, but I also could imagine them keeping that all server side, and we'd still find out Sunday night from people starting expert mode, but
yeah.
Until then, it's hard to say.
Chewy just topped in chat with, what? Toxtricity? Yeah, Toxtricity. We're getting more British Pokemon.
April Fools! Gotcha, Chewy.
No, I'm not going this insane for April Fools. I'm not making my own art for it. I'll modify a website and take like an hour to change the website so that it looks legit, but...
And to go outside of April is the ultimate.
Yeah. If you really want to make people believe you're April Fools, don't do it on April Fools. Mind blown, apparently. But yeah. Now I'm like, what do I do? Do I plan a team? Like, or do I just wait until Sunday night and then frantically prep a team? Like, man, a lot of questions. Because now it's like,
I think you...
Yeah.
I think you just plan for Old Gold Power Plant and then make a last minute decision if you jump to Expert Mode.
That's true, because Expert Mode you can't really plan for. Is it poison? Yeah, it's poison. It's confirmed poison and dozing type, except for Toxil, which is slumbering because it's a baby.
If you didn't know, it's a baby Pokemon. case anybody out there didn't know.
Yeah, specialty is technically unknown, but most likely skills because it's releasing during a super skills week. Which, if the trend is to be followed, last time they had a super skills week, it was Braviary. So if the trend is to be followed, it's a skill specialist. If they really want to follow a trend, they'd make it a Berry Burst skill specialist, but I don't think they're going to stick that much necessarily. It could be. There's nothing saying it can't be Berry Burst, but in fact, there's actually a lot of interesting ideas of plus and minus, but...
Could we pull up the Skills Week Part 1 and look to see if one of the Berry Burst icons was by Rufflet, and maybe that gives us a hint here?
I just had it open a minute ago. I have to scroll through the the news again. I went back a little bit too far. I think it was on like 17 or 16. I literally just had it for my news video. It'd be before Pokemon Day.
Alright, everybody turn this off, go watch the news video, and come back. You won't miss anything. We won't talk at all. No, just kidding, just stay here.
Yeah. Honestly, my new... Okay. It was literally the same. They just put Rufflet in there instead of... I just added Toxil instead of...
lazy.
Rufflet.
So wait.
The Berry Burst icon is way behind them.
They shifted over... Wait, why is there a water thing?
It's for the Legendary Beast skill, Suicune. When Suicune procs, you see the water symbol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At least that's my assumption. And the same with the Fire type and the Electric type. It's Suicune, Entei, Raichu. The news video is actually... Oh, that's right, the news video isn't listed. It releases in a minute. It's not even out yet.
Breaking news.
Yes, I forgot to... So, okay, explanation behind that. Once you get your channel monetized, it has to go through YouTube's checks before you can... Well, you can release it, but if you release it before they finish their checks, then the first couple of views are not monetized. So I guess for slightly greedy purposes, that's usually when those videos get the most amount of views, so I delay it until YouTube finishes their checks. Now it is out. It's 11:30. I scheduled it for 11:30. It's out as of this very minute.
Alright, see you all later.
The apple symbol changes? The apple symbol doesn't change, but the symbol that the legendary proc is. Capitalist Rapper 22. Yeah. I mean, like I said...
The Raichu one shifts, yeah.
Yeah. React to yourself. I mean, it's a video. It's not like it's a live stream. But yes, I did delay it just for the sake that YouTube could finish their checks.
Speaking of, so officially from my channel to yours, congrats on over 1,000 subscribers.
I thank you.
My favorite part of this live right now is that sometimes I have that pulled up on my iPad to see what you're showing on the screen and to see the chat. And sometimes it jumps to an ad, but I get to still keep talking to you. So it's kind of like...
You still get to hear the stream.
It's really weird.
Yeah. I can imagine it. I wonder how often it puts in ads on my streams and stuff.
I've gotten 2 so far.
Ian Romo says, happy to see one of my favorite Pokemons being added. Yeah. Now, something very interesting. I noticed that they put a healer in the same spot. Like, the type. There's a Ralts in the original one, right here. And then on this one, it's a Pawmi. Both healers. But then... Yeah,
and they're also switching out Psyduck for Trico, so Sceptile is the new Golduck, everybody. You heard it here first.
Also, this would lead me to... Now, this is very speculative. There's really... We're looking way too much into this right now. But if this is... Rufflet was Berry Burst. They're showing Trico in the background, which is Berry Burst. Does that confirm that Toxil is not Berry Burst? Oh, Connor...
See, this is the analysis I was here for.
Who knows... If that's to be believed, then it's just Charge Strength S. Which would be interesting to see another Charge Strength S Pokemon, because as of right now, Golduck is uniquely the only skills Charge Strength S Pokemon. But
now
100%.
it could be Energizing Cheer, because look at its hands on the Toxil. It looks like Mickey Mouse symbols. And that's Disneyland, right? Energizing Cheer? I don't know.
I was thinking more like a defibrillator, but... Energy.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, the Disney company makes defibrillators for sure.
Power creep. Adrian Styles is suggesting power creeping Golduck.
What? Impossible.
If it's a Charge Strength S Pokemon, it would. If they make it stronger, then yes. But Poison E4E is a suggestion. Does it really heal in the base games? I don't think it does, but I guess not all the Pokemon that... Well, Sylveon can do some healing, I think. I don't know much about the base games in terms of what they can do. Pawmi has Defibrillator, Toxaheel confirmed. I guess Pawmi, yeah, that is a Defibrillator to some extent. And it is... This could be a Poison-type healer. That'd be interesting. It'd be interesting if they gave us a healer for every island. Because as of right now, we only have access to a healer of the islands typing for Cyan, Lapis, and Old Gold. Which, if there are to be future... If the future expert modes are, whatever they are, man, if they are fixed berries the same berries they are right now, then that would make it easier, honestly, in my opinion, it would make it easier to do expert mode at those islands, assuming that the debuffs are actually, like, significantly detrimental.
I have a spreadsheet to share with you.
Oh. Hey there, Connor. Thank you with the Pokemon Presents. You said that you didn't send it through, but thanks for the $20. It is well appreciated. And no, I was not baited last stream, but I see the send. A revamped Extra Helpful S. Ooh, Extra Helpful S could be interesting as well. Skill Up, Skill Specialist, and Ingredient Up, Ingredient Specialist. I don't think they're going to make it change specialties. That's what Chewy suggested there in chat. I don't know if you saw that. I mean, you said you have a spreadsheet to share with me.
Yeah, I'm working on finding it. Give me a second. Well, okay, I found it. I'm working on figuring out what I'm supposed to type in to make your thing pop up. So you'll have to tell me. I'll find it. Keep talking to the chat. They're more fun than me.
Yeah, chat is pretty great. But yeah, revamped Extra Helpful S. I could see Extra Helpful. That's one of... I think all the skills that kind of got left behind by the meta, they're not trying to... They haven't really been trying to fix them. Like, Dream Shard Magnet. I would love to see another Dream Shard Magnet Pokemon so that it's not just Swalot. But then again, I don't want another Poison-type Dream Shard Magnet Pokemon. I'd want a different type, preferably. So that we have more options in type coverage. Now that type coverage matters significantly more with Expert Mode. Especially for skill specialists. Two different skills like Guard and Gallade. See, I don't know if they're going to go that route. Because, like, they might with plus and minus. It could be plus and minus of the previously existing plus and minus there are. But I don't think they're going to go that route because it's tied to their nature. Which, think about it, if the role that you need filled is a -1, and you don't need the plus variant, and then the nature you get is the wrong nature, then you're just locked into that. Yeah, plus minus fix, and it follows them in the base game. Now, how is it actually decided in the base game? I don't actually know too much about that. I know it's based off of the nature, but which nature has become which version? I'm gonna look it up here. So, lonely, bold, relaxed, timid, serious, modest, mild, quiet, bashful, calm, gentle, or careful. Are the Loki. And Hardy, Brave, Adamant, Naughty. So I guess there are good ones in both of those for both skill specialists. Because Sassy is good for skill specialists. Brave and Adamant are kind of good for almost everything. Except for ingredient specialists on Adamant. The low-key has options with, like, Lonely is speed up. Is there any? Oh. Careful and Gentle are both skill up. So I guess there are options for both of them to have good options for skill specialists. It may be a budget, minor, or plusle. Yeah, it could be. Expert mode will make plus and minus pairs even harder. Yes, that's also true. Because, like, Toxtricity wouldn't... It would only pair with plusle and or minin on green grass when you're really lucky and roll both Electric Berry and Poison Berry. But that's assuming that you have to stick to the berry typing. Which, once again...
Which some of us think that we might not need to.
We might not need to. We don't know. But it's obviously... In most cases, it's probably going to be optimal to stick to it. Because you still do benefit from buffs from it. So, I guess only time will tell.
You benefit from buffs from one berry.
You benefit from buffs from one berry, but you have to suffer debuffs on everything else.
On everything else but two.
Well, everything else but two. Yeah, so like...
I'm right. Just kidding.
I'm not saying that... there might be reasons to run off types.
For sure.
Poison,
yeah,
Metronome.
It really comes down to how bad the debuffs are, how hurtful they are, how bad that frequency drop is. Is that the only thing that gets hurt is their frequency? By how much? But they use it as an example. It does seem like, based on the wording, it is the only thing, but that could also just be translation things.
Yeah. I think it's going to be significant enough that you're going to be strongly incentivized to not use them and to try and work around not using them. But using off types is still going to be... I think it's still going to be an option. I don't think they're going to kill it.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be necessarily... I don't think it's ever going to be the best option. I think building your team around the right types is going to
it depends on what you roll, right? Because if you end up with a bunch of things that are strong and that are going to produce all the ingredients but one for a strong meal, then you might want to be running that ingredient specialist so that you can make it, because the rest of it synergizes super well, right? So, I mean, we'll see, but it's always going to be this, like, case-by-case situation. It seems like.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's going to depend on really what you roll, because I'll be honest, if I roll Steel, Rock, I don't even know, Steel, Rock, Flying, if I roll Steel, Rock, Flying, I have nothing for that. Like, I've gotten Onyx with Berry Finding Ass, but that's, like, all he's got. I've got some errands that I haven't worked on at all. And I guess I have a
So, a couple things. One, I did send you a link to a spreadsheet. It's probably more for Pocket Boy than it is for you and I at this point. But I compiled a list of the healing skills and what type coverage we have on them.
Yeah.
Just as like a quick reference for myself, in case I need it on an expert mode morning. But
Pocket Boy just put in because I heard my name.
So, screenshot this, Pocket Boy, and do a cool graphic of this for everybody. Don't make everybody read, because some people don't know how to read. So
briefly,
where
are Umbreon's healing?
Did I forget it?
No, it's on here. It's on here. He said DM him with it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this is a pretty good spreadsheet. So, it's showing charge energy, energizing... Although Umbreon's Moonlight, it's technically not just charge energy.
Yeah, but that's what it is at base, right?
So it looks
Like
like
I didn't put plus or minus on
Yeah,
here.
I know what you're saying. So I see ice, rock. Is there any that doesn't have any healing? I think those are the only two that don't have any kind of healing at all. But steel,
Correct.
Aggron only heals itself. So you could have just a team of all Aggrons if you roll ice, rock, steel, and that's healing. Ugh, ice, rock, steel. I don't even want to imagine how that team would work. Umbreon is beyond all other healers.
Strong berries. Put on your subtile with it. And just berry burst.
Berries. Or wait, guys, I have the Aaron of all Aarons. I don't even know if I have it saved in Rainon. Do I? I do. I was showing this earlier today. It's an Aggron that thinks he's not an Aggron. He thinks he's a Berrymon, guys. He kind of forgot what the task at hand was. Energy recovery bonus meta. The problem with energy recovery bonus is that it's only great if you do take naps and use... he's still reviewing the viewers' mons. I want to. Time, though. That's always the problem. Time. I've been wanting to, and I will be getting around to them eventually. Maybe one day I'll come back to them, but it's been kind of meh.
Just repost your thing every 3 weeks because...
Yeah, because they expire after 3 weeks. Okay.
Which is a very official expiration.
Doesn't it benefit well from BFS? No, it does not. No tie. Not in the stream, but in the video there is. Let's see. If we pull up my infographic here, Aggron is down here in the 5.0 to 5.99 range. But where I thought it was interesting for me was I was theorizing earlier today. This team right here. Now this is like way down the road. But if I got all these Pokemon to level 60,
let me preface this section because he was chatting me about this. This is so far down the road that only somebody who is completely insanely obsessed with Pokemon Sleep would be thinking this way at all.
I was
Alright, we got it? Everybody?
Yes, it's insane. And it's also got a lot of ifs because I'm not investing any of these Pokemon now, but I was just interested to know. But there's a lot of ifs here. First if is if we can roll over ingredients into the next week in expert mode. We don't know how that's going to work. I imagine it probably will because that would just kind of suck if it clears your inventory. Like, how would they stop you from doing that? But that is an if. That's still technically not confirmed yet. Second if is if we can re-roll the meal type with expert mode. Third if is if the berry types are in fact fixed at the other islands. Those three big things are... If all those three things are the case, then I could make this team of these guys and then stockpile these ingredients. This is with Pokemon that I already have. And theoretically, at the old gold power plant, if I got it to 75% area bonus, old gold, then... Or expert mode bonus, then I could actually hit Master 20 with the current... Oh, I guess that's another if. If the... research ranks or rank up requirements for each Snorlax rank, I could hit Master 20 at level 60 with these Pokemon. But that's a lot of ifs. And I was just... It was an experiment.
Yeah, he's already moved way past the experiment phase that I was doing. The experiments I'm doing right now, Velociraptor was doing before they even announced challenge mode. Which is... I'm pulling up some website to roll 3 random numbers and just testing myself, building teams around favorite berries and seeing how much strength I can get with no area bonus.
Extra mode will finally give me a reason to use up my ingredient tickets. Yeah, that could be beneficial because you could be hoping for certain ingredients that you wouldn't be able to produce with that Pokemon. Ingredient ticket values might go up. Might. Only time will tell on that one. Can't believe I diverted your life into this. That's very true, Adrian Styles. You did divert my life. quite a bit. I never would have imagined this would be happening right now.
That's my favorite comment that's ever been on one of these lives.
I have level 60 Berry Fighting S Raichu, level 60 Berry Fighting S Halloween Pikachu, enough candies to raise level 50, and I have a few candidates too. Yeah, Raichu is really easy to level. In fact, actually, because they spawn at a lot of... Pichu spawns at a lot of islands. Pikachu spawns at a lot of islands. And people actually send out the candy a decent amount, not a ton. But it's easy to come by their candy. Pretty easy, to the point that it's easier to level them than a lot of other things in this game. Oh, whoops, wrong input.
I must be spending my time in the wrong places because I've been able to invest one single Raichu.
Maybe it's easier for me because I'm always running Raichu too, so they collect daytime candies, which does add up over time.
That's true.
So, yeah, daytime candies. And I'm oftentimes running 2 of them.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of daytime candies.
Yeah, especially if I'm running 3 Raichus. One time later on.
Well, and you'll get even more when you're running 4, you know. And don't even get me started on when you're running 5.
Well, I do have 4 Raichus. Granted, one of them is only level 34 though, so this one's only technically level 59 right now, so I should adjust that. Even just this team can get like 1.9 million with fixed XP.
Ian, you got to make sure, Ian, that you wait for one of them to be in a Alolan Raichu.
Yeah, I would save at least.
You've got another candidate.
If you have a good Pikachu, always try to. If you already have Raichu covered, try to save one in case they ever do release a Alolan Raichu. Probably won't ever happen, but if it does, it's more valuable to have an Alolan Raichu and a Raichu than 2 Raichus. Because otherwise the 2 Raichus are always kind of fighting for a team slot with each other.
What will happen first? Velociraptor will quit Pokemon Sleep, or they will release a Alolan Raichu. Put up a poll. Just
I actually don't know how to do the polls in here. I know that's the thing you can do in chat.
Well, don't worry about it.
Oh, there's start a poll. Wait, I found it. But anyway, a Lolachu will eat Muna. Unless you're using Muna for both Dream Shards, in which case, then it doesn't stand a chance because the Lolachu will serve a different role of actually making strength. Adrian, I'd be lost if it wasn't for your introduction.
I would love to be a fly on the wall in the rooms where they like have serious business meetings about what Pokemon to put in Pokemon Sleep.
I would love it too, man.
Well, if we put Toxil into the game, we should expect profits to increase by 1% in Q3.
I would love to be in the room and just to, like, no, I would sign all the NDAs.
Listen, Select Button, if you're watching, if you need consultants on the game, we're here. Neroli is my friend. I have no beef with him whatsoever.
Yes, you have no beef at all. Select Button is like 4 people. I remember you telling me that, Adrian. That's intriguing. But still, I'd love to... That's
why they don't add Pokemon that fast, because they have to playtest them themselves. We could be your playtesters.
Rebutterfly, to the message you just sent, profile picture checks out, if I'm looking at that right. He said I'd recommend Wurmple and give it broken stats. And I'm pretty certain their profile picture is a Wurmple. There's the one guy who keeps suggesting adding Snorlax so Snorlax can sleep on Snorlax. The Snorlax Tower.
I'm pretty sure that's the highest ever post in the subreddit.
Probably. I've seen that
the most upvoted post.
They say if they were in the room, but their shiny luck makes me think they are in the room. Hey, it was during the New Moon event that I caught both those shinies. And the New Moon event boosts it, so... Yeah, the credits of the game expanded greatly with Pokemon Works, but it was tiny before. Yeah.
So I have a poll. I have a poll for you to put up if
Oh,
you're
boy.
interested.
What's that going to be?
Is YouTuber luck real?
Oh boy.
And then the way that we can test it is Adrian. Shout out to the new Helper series. When he starts rolling in,
he's already gotten YouTuber luck, getting 2 health bonus Pokemon in the first week.
All right, I voted no to see how many YouTubers are on the thing.
Select button, hear me out, add cast form and make it a 20-bit Pokemon so I can save 20 biscuits every time it shows up. Wait. Oh! I see what you're saying, because you wouldn't catch it. I got 2 1 in 27 chances in the first 4 catches. Yep. Rain on X added this, well, they've had it out for a while, the skill set probability feature. And I was trying to figure it out. It's not their most straightforward functionality, but I think I figured it out. And if I did, then
wait. Which one is the most straightforward functionality on Rain on X?
The most straightforward functionality on Rain on X?
That's a joke because so many people get on Rain on X and then either pants and then leave.
Yeah,
like, I can't do this.
The most straightforward functionality is probably this. It tells you what all the skills are. And any of the dexes. You want to learn what sub-skills are? Hear what all those sub-skills are. This is the most straightforward corner of Rain on X. Nothing to even click. Have you used the mint feature on Rain on X yet?
Oh,
no,
beautiful.
I haven't. I know what it does, though, and I guess I just see it as kind of not necessarily useless. I can see where it's valuable to some people, but for me, where I'm at, I think I have a good grasp of what is useful, what will get me from the mints. So, also, I don't have any mints anymore. I used both of mine already, so... I only use Team Planner. Yeah, that's where a lot of my time is spent. Mints on most of my things would hurt them.
If they update the auto team maker to work for hard mode, what's it called? Expert mode. I can never remember the name. That'll make that a really powerful feature.
Although I did forget about my victory bell. Scrolling through this, just seeing some of the green numbers. My victory bell could actually use a mint. I forgot about that guy. How many do I have uploaded to Rain on X? Any of them that I'd actually ever consider investing, realistically. I don't know exactly the number. It's quite a bit. I'm at 53 and it makes my phone catch fire. Well, yeah, it does take a while to do some calculations. My computer doesn't like me all the time.
Can you open up the... Well, so running the Rate My Pokemon on your phone, that'll hurt.
Yeah, especially if you take it to the higher levels. Oh.
In case anyone doesn't know.
I recommend
the
not
box
taking
feature,
it... Yeah.
Oh, the box feature works better if you go into the config and just select a couple of the things and don't let it try to calculate the PR of everything on that screen.
Yeah.
Just a free Rain on X tip in case anybody was here for those.
Yep. What's your plan for Dream Shards when next cooking pot increase comes out? For me, just running Swalot. A lot. I'm gonna be running Swalot a lot, honestly, in off weeks from here until probably the rest of time. I'm running it right now. So...
Now that I got Master 20 at Old Gold, I know what an off week is. I get it now.
Also, would you look at that one? Wait, what? What is? Wait, did I just got. So I clicked on. Okay, Ben. I clicked on Swallow.
Yeah, I just saw it.
It gave me proc, and then it found out. I clicked it, and it was another proc.
Oh, it's crazy.
Okay, I guess. If I had waited just one more second, I would have had a double proc, but nope. I was really hoping...
take it, man. That was great.
I mean, hey, that gave me like 3,000 something shards, so it stuttered. YouTuber luck confirmed. I mean, hey, the thing is though, yes, it gave me a double proc, but I could have gotten that many dream shards in a single proc if I was lucky enough, because they have the whole, it's a varied range, and it's like 1,000 to 4,000 something, so, and those were two relatively low procs.
I didn't want to be like a downer on the full proc, but that's exactly what I thought. I was like, that could have been a lot more.
It could have been a lot more. Because, yeah, that's level 8. So that actually wasn't that crazy lucky. It was just funny the way that it happened. But yeah, no, I do kind of want to throw together some teams for, like, Theoretical Super Skills Week, because I don't know. So it'll be...
Oh, let's do it. I'll tell you what to do. So, first, you open a new team in Rainanex. Upload all your Pokemon, if you haven't, real quick. Yeah, basically just throw on 4 Goldex and call it a day.
I don't even have that many Golda.
Yeah, I don't either. I only have one that I've even invested. I think you said before, like, that I have a couple, but I definitely don't. I have a couple that I could invest that are really good, but only one that I have.
Yeah, I've only got one Golduck, and he's very mid. The thing is, he was good when I ran him. The one time that I had him back for Suicune Week, he was great. But at the time, I had less stuff, and now my stuff is just stronger. That even during skill-boosted weeks, he's just not that great.
Devin, if you're in the chat, you gotta say hi.
Yes, agreed. Running Shiny Swallow right now as well. You investing in yours made me commit to invest in mine and put in work week 1 of the anniversary. Yeah. No, Swallow's insane. Honestly, I am going to run Swallow during Super Skills Week, just because... like, I need the Dream Shards, and that's a great time to get extra. So, I'm going to run it. And, the strength can't stop me. I guess... actually... Espeon's probably good.
Alright, here's a rate your mom scenario. My next 2 Silver Seed targets are Skill Trigger S to M for my, maxed out Shiny Lucario. And my other target is skill level up M on Sceptile. Now that this week is coming, what was going to be an easy decision for my Sceptile, I feel like is now a complicated, maybe I should put it on the reward for the extra Dream Shards.
Yeah, because, well, remember, skill trigger... that'll actually give a boost. Skill level up isn't going to during the week. If it's setting it to max anyway.
Well, it's just... I'm going to do them both. Actually, I'm going to do them both during the month because my loyalty reward will kick in too. It's just a matter of which one do I do first. And I think it just depends on, is it worth having an extra main skill level on Sceptile through the course of the month? Because it's at 5 right now, so it's like, it's basically maxed, right? It's just waiting. Anyway, I don't expect you to tell me. It's a decision to figure out though for my skill week is what am I going to be running. So it probably depends on where I go to.
Yeah. You know, something that's very interesting that I think doesn't get discussed a lot about Murkrow and the Berry Burst Pokemon. During these sorts of event weeks, they're extra insane. Because they take advantage of the skill boost, well, I guess more just the Berry Burst Pokemon. Berry Burst Pokemon, if you're going to their Favorite Berry Island, they take advantage of both the Favorite Berry and the skill boost at the same time. Whereas a Berry Specialist can only take advantage of the fixed Favorite Berry, and a Skill Specialist can only take advantage of the skill boost. A Berry Burst Pokemon's going to do both.
Last time we had the skill boost event, wasn't it all Pokemon are skill boosted, and this time it's just skill specialists?
No, the last time it was Super Skills Week, it also was just skill specialist Pokemon. Yeah, with skill specialist.
Then I'm thinking of something else. Oh, I'm thinking of Dream Shard Week, because they had the Dream Shard event. Yeah.
Which actually, that kind of makes me want to just use Sceptile, honestly, because, more levels and stuff. Koya Nakahara, the main dev, posts a lot on the dev process on his Twitter. They're also hiring a sleeping Pokemon artist. That's pretty cool.
I'll do that. I'll send him my thumbnails.
We'll come out of retirement for expert mode. Yeah, my Golduck may actually come out of retirement depending on what berries I roll for expert mode, if the debuffs are bad enough or the buffs are good enough. Seeing the mint icon in Rain on X is throwing me off. Because I was like, whoa, what's that weird colored thing? Oh, it's the mint. Yeah, that's right. And then I guess Raichu. I mean, sure, why not? There we go. Oh my goodness, Raichu. What? 216,000. Do I have the right meal set? That feels... Okay, I guess my Raichu is stronger than I thought it was. I guess that makes sense. It's at Old Gold Power Plant. It's double berry value. That's crazy. Okay, the Swalot is definitely not pulling his weight here. But he is in the Dream Shard productivity. Expected 32,000 Dream Shards a day. Oh my gosh. Can I even collect 11
That makes me want to run my
procs?
Swalot because it's better than yours.
Can I even collect that many I think I'll be missing some procs there, because 11 procs a day is a lot.
You haven't been... See, Golduck is just training for long-term play with Swalot. Okay?
I mean, normally Swalot wouldn't proc this much. It'd be, what, half that? Or, no, 2/3 that. So that's like 8 procs a day. That's more reasonable to collect, but 11 procs? It's training for these sorts of events, is what it is.
So, I mentioned in my video that Golduck did not do a great job my whole week on my Old Gold Power Plant Master 20 run. Rainanex said that with the 3 helping bonus stacks and good camp ticket, that it was supposed to be triggering something like 24 times a day on average. And I can tell you guys that did not happen, which makes me question some of the Rainanex calculations, or I don't know.
Here's the thing. It might have been... Well, I guess... Okay, there. Yeah, I mean... There are some questions there, but... I mean, they do have a collection frequency feature here. Like, if I just set it to 1 hour of collection time... I don't know how accurate it is, though. Because a while back...
That's a premium feature, too.
I know, yes, it is premium.
Yeah.
It is premium. I will say that. But something that's very interesting is, I remember back when they first added this, I asked them about it, if it was working or updated yet, and they said, no, that would take us entirely reworking how we calculate the skills or whatever, or the skill procs per day. So it probably just won't ever get updated. So I don't know if this feature actually does what it's supposed to do, if it hurts them more than it's supposed to, using the old logic of skill specialists not double banking. Because that was when they had to rework it, was with the double banking. But I'd imagine if they still have the feature in here, they've got to update it by now, right? Like, right?
I don't know.
If it is correct, then after 3 hours of inactivity, it would, even if you check only every 3 hours, that's 9.3 procs a day on my Swalot during that week. That still feels like pretty good. That's
still missing 2.
That's still 26,000 Dream Shards. I'll still take that.
What do you have your sleep time set for, like, when you actually have it sleep tracking, because I know that is another way that I keep my Rain-X conservative, because I'm still like collecting sometimes when I'm up later at night.
So I set it for the minimum that it will give back full energy of 8.5 hours, because I still continue to collect even after it's asleep. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Hanabi was mad you used him at a power plant. His skill was not very effective.
Oh, Charizard started with the jokes. I love it.
Yep. Water types and electric types. It's almost like water is weak to electric. It's one of water's 2 weaknesses. The other being grass.
So, I guess, in that sense, hear me out. So, Golduck has helping bonus, so shouldn't helping bonus have been even stronger at Old Gold Power Plant since water conducts electricity?
Yeah, and...
I love when you're like, that's basically like, yeah, no comment because you're ridiculous. That's basically what that is.
Maybe I... Oh, wait, but I don't need to put another skill seed into it. I'm sorry, I was looking back at my Sceptile, thinking like, oh, I'm going to put another skill seed into it. But I don't need to, because it'll be maxed during that week, because of the level boost. But, yeah. I mean, if I do that, that's... Okay. 3.9
the
million
level boost!
Yes, the level boost.
I should put my seed on Lucario, not on Sceptile.
Yeah, because during that week, it'll be better. Yeah.
Free skill level. Let's take it.
Yep. Now I wonder, if I just go into my box and look... It's gonna say Cresselia's insane. Yeah, it's gonna put, like, all my... It even puts my Ampharos up there. Interesting. I haven't even invested this Ampharos much, but... Wait, did I actually get it to level 4 main skill? I don't remember getting it to that point. Also, I don't remember getting it to level 50, so I think this is just set wrong. Sceptile on a brand new account will have max skill for the event. Oh my! Oh gosh, Adrian Styles, your Sceptile is gonna go crazy. Okay, where?
Yeah, hopefully you can catch 2 more Pokemon by then.
Yeah, neither of them are level 50, so I don't know why it's level 50 in my box. Okay, this one is...
Probably because you were theory crafting.
Probably. Okay. It's actually level 25. I might have... Do I have the candy skid level 50 if I need to? Brother Bear, did you hear about tsunami warning from the Russia earthquake?
Okay.
Oh, man. I hope you're alright, man. Oh, I can get to level 50. Sorry, my brain is all over the place right now. It should not be with a message like that. I hope you stay safe. Yes, I agree with Adrian Styles there, Big Mac. Stay safe. Natural disasters suck. Okay, but it would get my Ampharos to level 50. Is it at level 4 main skill? It is. So this Ampharos will actually be operating at level 7 main skill, and I can get a level 50 for the helping bonus. Am I willing to invest that? How much does it actually do better than my Raichu? That's also the question. Okay. 208k versus...
Just barely.
Maybe this guy? 129k? Oh, wait. No, it does worse because I didn't put in Old Gold Power Plant on the other one. So if I go to Old Gold Power Plant, it does better. If I don't, it does worse. I think that's the conclusion. Because if I go back here and view config, Old Gold, then Raichu's still the top thing by a long shot, even with the skill boost. Ampharos is still doing
right? Oh, wait. You said it's only skill specialist, right?
It is only skill specialist boosted, yeah. Which I did put that into.
Something.
I did put that into.
I see it in your preview. Yeah.
It's not boosting the Raichu.
Unfortunately. If there's anything that Raichu needs in this game, it's a buff from time to time.
Yeah, if you get a berry specialist with berry finding S help bonus and help speed M, and it's like any of the top tier ones, like, yes, you can do a lot with... I have an Arbok that is like that now, and it's pretty good. It's going to be great at the next island. But, like, if you get, like, Raichu, Meganium, Typhlosion, Feraligatr, it'll make just that island just insane for you if you take it to level 65. If you get one with Berry Finding S, Help Bonus, Help Speed M. Because that's just insane, but that's so rare. I've only seen it twice. The fact that I've seen it twice is absurdly lucky.
That's 10 cents, man.
Yep. If I had a nickel for every time... If you stop receiving sleep reports, don't delete me. I may be busy swimming.
Oh.
Oh. I'm sorry. So sad there's no skill copy skillmon. I agree with that. That'd be fun. That'd be so fun. Zoroark. With illusion, please. What other Pokemon could do skill copy? I don't even know. Like, what
Mew. Can do transform.
Oh, yeah. Mew could transform, yeah. Mew can transform. What other Pokemon? No, Mimic. A Copycat, Liepard. Liepard could do that. I know Liepard's known for Copycat. Any of the cat Pokemon are actually known for Copycat.
You don't say.
Mr. Rhyme, Smeargle.
I wouldn't
Trace.
have known that, but... Oh, Smeargle, for sure.
Yeah, that Smeargle definitely could be a... Smeargle would be amazing. But it'd be another 16-pip single stage. Ugh. Okay, actually a lot of Pokemon learn Copycat. I just looked it up. A lot of them that are already in the game, actually. It looks like all the evolutions do. Hi everyone. Hey there, Asa Rencontre. I always struggle pronouncing your name, but good to see you. Apparently Sudowoodo knows the move Copycat. Here, I'll put this on the screen.
Oh yeah, I can learn Mimic. I don't know why I know that, but...
Yep. Mimic, Mesprit... Well, that's a legendary.
Maybe in the game, Sudowoodo is just doing Copycat on Ampharos. But it's really slow.
Every time, yeah. Well, I guess Copycat isn't confirmed to be a Mimic effect, but... Now I can say I have 16 biscuits every time a Smeargle shows up. Is that gonna be the bit?
That's a great bit, Ian.
Kind of off topic. Is Sceptile only good for Lapis? It's best at Lapis, but good everywhere if you get a good one, in my mind. And in a lot of people's minds.
If you get a good one in his mind.
Well, okay. If you get a good one. If you get a good one, it can be good anywhere. Just
you
like,
have to get a good one, and then get it into Velociraptor's
Yes.
mind, and then it will be great everywhere.
Yep. Okay, apparently Mimic also can be learned by Sudowoodo. And before a massive rebalancing where they give lesser used Mons broken abilities, Sudowoodo with Mimic, Wobbuffet with something.
Oh yeah, I love the something move.
What are some Mirror Coat? What can they do with Mirror Coat?
So I actually proposed to Velociraptor what they should do with Wobbuffet, and it is exactly that. It's Mirror Coat / counter / whatever all those things, mirror move, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think that Wobbuffet as a main skill, it should be when you click on Wobbuffet and it triggers. It like copies whatever the last main skill was, but at a level higher or 2 levels higher than what it was. So it's like counter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That would also make click order more important. Really, click order doesn't matter unless you're using Energizing Cheer, and even then it's very minor. To the point that I honestly, even though I do the Sleepers account, I kind of forget that click order matters sometimes.
Does energizing cheer choose the Pokemon when you click it, or does it choose it when it triggers?
It's when you click it.
Okay.
We established that very early on, and I can't remember how we tested it. I remember it was established at one point, or someone in Rain on X did, but it is when you click it that it chooses. Oh, that's how somebody did like a research on it, and they found that the distribution was dependent upon, like, obviously which one had the boosted rates. And it was the boosted rates off of when you click it, not the boosted rates off of, like, the boosted rate for the lower energy Pokemon. Because otherwise, if you get 2 procs on the lowest energy Pokemon, it's just gonna... That would actually be a nerf, if you think about it. Because if it selected it when it was on the lowest energy Pokemon, that lowest energy Pokemon would just get 100% energy in one go, most likely. Like, 25% of the time, you just way over exceed on one Pokemon. So, they coded it so that it's... When you click it, it chooses, and when the skill actually is collected. So, it divides then. Which means the order that you click your Pokemon actually matters. The way that I've done it on my account is collect the rats first, then collect Leafeon, then Comfey. And my reasoning behind that is if any rats give themselves a self-proc, then they're going to have...
you don't want...
Yeah, you don't want the Leafeon's energy going to them. And if then you collect if you collect the Comfey before the Leafeon, then it's more likely that the lower energy rat is gonna get the 14 energy from the Comfey, which puts it a little bit above the other ones. But realistically, you want the one that's lower to get the bigger proc. So I want the Comfey to go last, because it's only got a level 1 main skill. The Leafeon has a level 7, or level 6. So I always intentionally try to collect the rats first, then Leafeon, then Comfey. But click order only matters if you're using Energizing Cheer, and nobody does that but me, so...
Yeah, I run a Slowking sometimes.
Sometimes, that's true.
Actually, this event is like the time that it can shine, because it doesn't have any... Wait, that's how they say it in the event news. I should have known.
Yep. Honestly,
but...
Yeah. During events like this is when weaker healers can shine better, because there's a diminishing returns on energy for everyone realistically. So using a weaker healer is actually like reasonable. Like Cresselia this week really goes hard because not only like normally the whole reason not to use Cresselia if you have one, don't go investing a Cresselia for this week specifically. I'm saying if you are a Cresselia user, Cresselia just really goes hard during this week, because it'll actually be a viable, like, it'll heal enough that you'll actually get a good amount of healing off of it, because it's boosted rates. Whereas a traditional healer will just be excessive. Okay.
We should reset the poll and do another poll to say, do you have a legendary that is worth using? Just see what...
Sure. Oh, I almost did a Q&A. Start a poll. Do you have a legendary that is worth investing?
Also, feel free to just tell me, like, this is my live stream, shut up.
No, you're good. I never think about the polls. Also, the conclusion of the is YouTuber luck real? We had 63% said yes, 36% said no. So, of the 41 votes. So, roughly 15 people said no. And, that means that about 26 said yes. If I did the math right there. BFS Wigglytuff might go hard at Beach. Yeah, if you have a weaker healer that has stronger berries... This would be a good week to use it, because it doesn't really matter that it's weaker on the healing, because really any skill specialist healer is going to keep your team topped off. A skill specialist healer, though. And don't invest...
Oh, I can run my Palmy because it doesn't have any main skill seed yet, but it'll still be... Palmot. I totally know the names.
Palmy,
it'll
Palmo,
still trigger at max level.
My BFS Wigglytuff will go hard on my 4x Metronome team. Wigglytuff keeps me healed most weeks. It is my only healer. I mean, Wigglytuff is a viable healer if you have the right sub-skills in nature.
My Metronome team is coming along. I might be able to... Actually, this would be the week to run it because of all the extra skill levels.
I could do the exact same thing that I ran last time that we had Super Skills Week, which was the fun cooking team. That was pretty fun. It was definitely not optimal, but it was fun.
Oh man. Expert mode, full Metronome team after you roll Catch a Berry on Skill Week.
Wait, okay. So the team before was a Vaporeon, a Heracross, Dedenne, and Flareon, and then a healer. With the whole idea, make a boatload of random ingredients. Dedenne increases crit chance, and then Flareon makes it so that I can actually make the bigger meals. I remember doing that.
Adrian, you got to do a video about your Metronome team.
Yes. It's a great Metronome team. I've seen it plenty of times. He and I talk a lot, so you should show it off.
You don't say.
Yes, yes. It was the best before God of War. Yeah, well, it's debatable whether or not Sylveon or Wigglytuff was the best. Realistically, I look at the comparisons and I look at them as identical. That they feel like carbon copies of each other, just with different ingredients. And Sylveon takes one extra main skill seed. So it's a slightly more expensive thing for the same benefit. There will be, but it will be delayed for posting when I'm on vacation. Ah! That's right. That's right. One day. I hate event weeks without locked-in meals and berries because I do not need to stress of making decisions first thing on Monday. In the morning on Monday. I mean, or you could just meal prep for multiple types. Honestly, that's something that I've grown to start doing, is prepping for 2 meal types. So that you only have to roll for just avoiding one versus getting one, which is a lot better odds.
You're gonna hate expert mode.
Yeah, I mean, if we can't
if you don't like
re-roll
making
all,
decisions on a Monday morning.
Yeah, oh yeah, if you hate making decisions on a Monday morning, you're really gonna hate Greengrass expert mode. And potentially the other islands, depending upon what they do with them. If they fix their berry, if they don't fix their berry. Only time's gonna tell about that. I just hope I don't get desserts again. Desserts are the best, for my account at least. Probably not for yours, though, given the way you're reacting to it. It's...
Alright, VR.
Please let me get
let's roll through. Let's roll 3 random numbers and pretend that you're team building a skills team for expert mode. We gotta see the process.
Sure, I can do that here. Let me make a wheel real quick. Wheel of names. Yep, wheel of names. Random name picker. The last time I used this site was for raffling off my friendship list spots. But we'll reset it for the Pokemon types. Let's see how well I can remember them. Electric, water, fire, grass, poison, steel,
You're way more intense than me.
Ghost.
I just looked up some site that you can roll random numbers on and just said 1 to 18, and then I just counted in random names.
Okay, fair enough.
Normal is 1.
I mean, fairy.
4 is electric. I don't remember.
Yeah. Fairy. I already got steel. Wait, I can associate them flying. If I go through the islands, then I can remember them. Ground and rock. Psychic. I just need to remember the islands, because I remember which island has each berry, and I remember the, an ice. Is that all 18? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm missing 2. Okay, I'll just look it up. I could get them
I'm on a delay, so I don't even know what you're missing. Let's see.
Wait, 1, 2, 3.
Plus, I got hit with an ab right when you started doing this.
Sign is fairy, water,
You're welcome.
flying. I have that. Top is rock, ground, fire. I have those. Snowdrop is dark, ice, normal. I do have those 3.
You're missing dragon.
Oh, I'm missing dragon. I'm missing... bug and bug. Bug and dragon. Those are the 2. I was thinking about Amber King. Yeah, Nani just said that. Bug and dragon.
Shout out to Nani.
How did you get a dragon? Dragon's my favorite typing because I'm basic. And I forgot about it. Okay. What 3 types?
There's a joke there, but I wasn't fast enough.
Oh boy. Well, fairy. At least I got a healer type locked in.
Alright, I got a new poll.
Oh boy.
If Velociraptor was a Pokemon, how many tips would he be to catch in Pokemon Sleep? And the options are 5, 10, 16, and something else.
And 7. 7's usually the other one.
Oh yeah. Well, Pikachu's 7, right?
Yeah, Pikachu's 7, Sudowoodo's 7. A lot of them are 7. They're just a lot of mid-evolutions.
Yeah, you're pretty mid, so that's good. That's a joke since you just said you were basic. I think you're great.
A lot of them also are 20, and Legends are 30, and Darkrai is 25. That's what the other ones are. And 12 is another common one for mid-evolutions as well.
Yeah, you already spoiled it. You're mythical. Dang it. We don't need a poll anymore.
Wait, I can just go through all of them. 5, 7. Wait, does it allow that many options?
I assume that there's a limit on the options.
Yeah, it only goes to 4 options. Well, I'll put in 5, 7... I'll put in 5, the most common ones. 5, 12, 16. And then we'll put in... I guess we'll put in 30 as well. Okay. There you go.
Alright.
Okay, oh, I rolled...
We gotta get some Rotom Polar up in here. I love it.
Okay, you know what? I just rolled electric. Okay, but I'm not going to let electric happen because that's not going to be interesting with my box.
Fair enough. Since we just built that team.
If you want to know what an electric type team looks like for me, then just think Raichu.
I actually did that too. When I was doing these expert mode simulations for myself, I started realizing, like, if I get water, if I get fire, if I get electric, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah, if I roll electric, I'll be set. Like, that's the thing. Okay, fire. So I got fairy, fire fairy, a typing that doesn't currently exist in Pokemon for dual typing, and psychic. You know, that's another one for me that I'm very well set on, so I'm going to remove that one as well and just do a third one. I feel like Psychic and Electric are the 2 boring ones on my account. Okay, normal. There we go. This will create an interesting thing. So it was Fairy, Normal, and... Oh, Fire. Fairy, Normal, Fire. Okay, I'm logging this now. So this might have been discussed before, but again, what are the odds we giving Toxtricity being a poison Berrymon? Well, being a Berrymon's pretty low. Being a Berry Burst Pokemon is decent.
So something that we've observed is, and now, I mean, this is only our second skill week, but the first skill week they released a skill Pokemon. This one we assume will be a skill Pokemon. Every time they've done a meal event, it's been an ingredient Pokemon, so it's hard to imagine that they're going to throw a berry Pokemon onto a skill week. That's the general theory.
Yes, but it could be like Sceptile. They could give us Berry Burst and then make it with weird stats like they did with Sceptile. So there could be a Berry Burst in disguise situation again. But only time will tell.
Maybe that's it. You just cracked it. That's why we got good Trico Sceptiles, is because it's going to be immediately power crept. It's not YouTuber luck. It's just
yes.
Spend more money luck.
Okay, so I'm seeing here if I was to roll Fairy Fire, I think I'm going to put Entei on the team, just because that's fun for the skills week. And it's boosted, so, you know. I'd probably run my Typhlosion. And then Normal Berry?
Yeah.
I mean, I do have...
We're going to make you justify running a Legendary that's basically perfect. Yeah. If you could explain yourself a little bit more.
Can I do anything with Kangaskhan's Ginger? Because I have a decent Kangaskhan. Let's see. I probably would get Camp Ticket this week, if I'm honest, so... Okay, what ingredients am I making here, honestly? Ginger, oil, tomatoes, honey. This is a weird blend of ingredients. The thing is, I can't really... I don't know what meal type I'd be getting. I guess I'll roll meal type and see what it gives me. Let's duplicate this tab and just make another one. This one's a lot easier. Curries, desserts, salads. Oh, I made a typo there. There we go. Spin. As fast as Raichu Berry Burstmon on a poison type? That'd be insane. You see how insane it is on Sceptile with 2300 base frequency? Imagine it faster than Sceptile with a stronger base value berry, because Poison Berry is actually really high value. It's, I think, 31? It's either 31 or 32. Okay, so I rolled desserts. Okay. So,
just realized that my screen is falling farther and farther behind.
Oh no. It's probably because every time it gets an ad, it's probably dragging you back a little bit.
Yeah, just...
Yeah, I'm not making the strongest meal by any means for sure. What desserts can I make with this much ginger?
Hey, you haven't even added a 5th Pokemon, and you're already at 1.5 million.
Well, that's because it's assuming I'm using their ingredients as part of, It's assuming that I'm using the ingredients as part of Zingzap, which I'm not going to be able to do.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Maybe Neroli's tea? Can I get mushrooms with this setup? I don't think so. And my Raticate doesn't have the right ingredients. It doesn't have apples. Although I would get to level 50. I do have enough ingredients to actually do that with him. There's no way I'm investing a sub-skill seed into the Raticate, though. He's a good Raticate, but... Oof. I guess I probably wouldn't use the Kangaskhan, because yeah, I don't know if I can get a good meal out of this one. Raptor's a Tyranitar with a necktie, similar to Pikachu with a hat. I appreciate it. I guess I could just make Ember Ginger Tea. There we go.
Look at you, running Eradicate on your main account.
Yep, I know.
Oh, how times have changed. This is like in the Lego Movie 2, when they're, like, in that Apocalypseburg. Yep, we're running Raticates. For real.
Okay.
Non-sleep sleepers. Nothing's legal for sleep sleepers anymore. Expert mode's here.
Okay, I think this is probably what I can... Just from throwing together something, I think this is the best I can get for Super Skills Week Expert Mode Greengrass if I was to roll normal Fire Fairy. 1.9 million, roughly.
So 2 Skillmon.
Yeah, 2 Skillsmons, because I just don't have it. Like, I do have another Skillsmon. Well, I do have another Skillsmon in those typings, but if I was to restrict myself to normal Fire Fairy, I just don't have a whole lot in there. That's good, you know? Also, something that I'm interested to know, are they boosting Darkrai? Because is it or is it, because it's an all specialist, but...
Oh yeah, for sure.
0% area bonus, you get 1.9 million, yes. So, okay, I got my Arcanines, but neither of them are good, in a sense that I haven't invested enough skill seeds into them. My Shiny's only level 1. On my other one, I don't want to invest into, because I'm investing in the Shiny instead, and the other one's not actually good for triggers, it's just got Berry Finding S going for it, which... Since actually reinvesting and pivoting, I've realized Berry Finding S Arcanine is actually a pretty solid thing. because of my whole Berry Finding S research. But it still has absolutely nothing
shiny.
for triggers. And also shiny. So...
Well, you gotta check how it does with the buffs compared to one of those Typhlosions, though, right?
I guess, yeah. And if I was to replace either one, it would have been the helping bonus one. Although that also, because the other one had helping bonus and no Berry Finding S, which with Favored Berry being fire type, that's definitely the better option to replace. Okay, so if I was to throw in my shiny, it'd be... Can I get the shiny to level 50? Let's see. I'm gonna check it out here real quick. Where is he? The shiny Arcanine. Golden boy. I don't think I can get him to level 50. That's 100. Man, people do not send Arcanine candy or Growlithe candies. That makes sense though, because it's not an amazing Pokemon. So I can't.
You know why they don't? It's because they watch your channel.
Yep. Well, if you know it's good, then
which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah, not many people are going to be using Arcanine, so it's just kind of it's a very niche Pokemon. It's good and it's niche, but it's niche. But anyway, where it's at, people never send Clefairy or Togekiss. That's also true. But yeah, 1.94 million versus it was I think 1.98 with the other one. The Berry Finding S one's probably actually a better option for this week, because it can at least get to skill level 5. And it has Favored Berry, Berry Finding S. Yeah, 2 million. I think that's the stronger option, but I also can't reliably make the meal. But do we really care with Ember Ginger Tea? That's a really weak meal. I could probably just swap one of them for stinking... What's the apple juice? Warm apple juice? Fancy apple juice? And then I'll be fine. And then it also buffs Entei's skill more, because then there's 2 fire types on the team. Honestly, that's probably the better yeah, this is definitely... Yeah, 2.05 mil, basically.
You're welcome. Glad I could help.
Yep. Running the Berry Finding S Arcanine was the one to do it.
And that's not even putting more levels on it, that's just where it is.
That's
good.
That's just with skill level 5.
Dang, am I gonna have to start waking up on Monday mornings to go jump on Rainex and figure out how to do an expert mode team? Oh my gosh. This is why they can't make it that hard. I was thinking about this. So actually, Rainex has like a stats page where it says how many like visits Rainex gets in the month and how many people have like accounts in Rainex and things like that. And most I mean, this is the poll, and probably everybody who watches you has a Rainex account and is using it. I think a lot of players who are playing the game don't use Rainex. If these numbers are accurate.
Well, the thing is, though, there's also the Japanese website too. I don't know what it's called, but the Japanese-speaking community has their own website, completely separate from Rainex, that I have no clue how to use. I actually looked into it once, trying to Google Translate the page, because I was interested to see how they evaluate things, because they actually kind of have their own... What's considered meta over there is actually a little bit different than over here. There's entirely different communities, so there's very different opinions formed. And because the two communities don't interact much with each other, like, same general concepts definitely carry over from community to community, because it's working with the same game, but people come to different conclusions. So I was trying to research in like what the Japanese-speaking community likes and how they evaluate things. So I looked into that website a little bit, but it's obviously a pain to try and use as an English speaker, letting Google Translate trans all of it, because not all of it translates perfectly. But I also know that there is Japanese Rainex as well. So, but there's another website that's honestly more popular than Rainex from what I've heard. I'd have to look into
our biggest Pokemon Sleep competition on YouTube is this guy who every time he puts out a video gets so many thousands of views, and it's like Pokemon Sleep stuff of him just talking about running the numbers on stuff. his stuff gets auto-dubbed, and the translation is horrible.
Yes.
It calls Greengrass Island it's called, like young grass or something, because it translates green as young. And so like it's really hard to follow sometimes, but sometimes I'll like turn them on and listen and try to like follow along as best I can.
Yeah, I've seen that guy a couple times. I don't know what his name is, and I know it's something in Japanese, and I don't know how to pronounce it because I don't speak
exactly.
Japanese, but
yeah, that guy. You got it.
Yep, I know what guy you're talking about. Yep. But yeah, no, in the last... Well, let's see. In the last 1 week, there have been 304,000 page views worldwide of Rain on X. Yeah. So, apparently as of right now, there's 1,056 subscribers. That's paid subscribers. And 50,198 registered accounts.
But of the signed users is like a fraction down below.
Wait, signed users? That is registered accounts. Premium access is only. Oh, that's probably just for seeing who's premium. Greengrass in Japanese is wakakusa, which literally means young or fresh grass. Huh, interesting. Oh, and then there's also Neroli's Lab, which mostly because I just don't have the mental fortitude to learn Rain on X. Fair enough. Neroli's Lab is a much more newer, friendly, and it also does have some capacity that Rain on X doesn't have, which is why I've been trying to bring more attention to it, because I do think it has some... it does have some neat functions. But yes, that is another alternative. There are alternatives to Rain on. But yes, normal. It looks like if I get fire, I'll probably end up with this core of Typhlosion, Arcanine, Entei.
And that is basically what you're deciding is, are the rewards from expert mode with this boost potentially better than running Swalot and getting the extra dream shards there?
Here's my thought. Yes. And you want to know why?
Wait, you're saying yes, it is going to be better without knowing if it's going to be better?
Yes.
You're speculating that it will be better
no,
the new area.
Because the rewards, and here's the reward, 5%. If you don't go expert mode, you don't get the 5% expert mode bonus.
Well, if it's going during skills week versus going some other week.
Fair enough. But I think getting the access to 5% more earlier, building up area bonus, is better than wasting it ever. And I guess we have to expend an expert mode ticket, so like, it's not like with the other islands that we could just cheekily like transfer island last minute using an easy travel ticket.
But you could buy 2 expert tickets in August and then run expert mode every week of September.
That's also true. Yeah, because you're going to be a bit more limited, that's right. It's not something we can do just every week. So I guess, yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
So, like, you're going to stack up that area bonus eventually. It's just a matter of, is it worth doing it when there's another boost? I mean, it's kind of like the high risk, high reward. Like, if you get a good roll and you're able to use a bunch of really good skill specialists with Favorite Berry that also get another boost, but the thing, we know it's not going to be another boost to skill based on what they've said, though. So it'll probably be something like, "Oh, your Golduck is boosted. It's going to bring an extra ingredient," right? Like, and I probably don't need that. So anyway.
Please make more Rain on X tutorials so that my premium account gets to finally become useful. I mean, I could make more Rain on X tutorials. My thing is, it's difficult to really say, because a lot of it's just knowing the back end. Pretty much all of it's in the settings. This is where you really need to be looking, and that's the biggest tip I can give. If you just make sure these are all set correctly, then once that's all set, you're good.
Then you're all set.
Yeah, or if you're using premium, then instead of up here, then the settings then move to when you do override. And pretty much you always do override for any sort of comparisons, in my opinion. I fear knowing how to use the background settings. Well, that's really where the challenge with Rain on X comes in. A lot of people don't want to ever touch these background settings, but they're actually really, really important for your calculations, and people don't necessarily realize that, and that's where problems come in.
Yep. You could get a really great ingredient specialist that's actually not really that great.
Yeah.
Because you just didn't set your settings right.
Yep. And I can show that real easily. If I do it right here, and I compare, let's say, a Blastoise. So let's just see. This Blastoise has helping bonus. It's level 60, and we're evaluating it for milk productivity. Let's see, how much milk does it produce? According to this, it's making 101 milk a day. Let's compare this to a ingredient finding M help speed M. You make that comparison. I mean, I guess this one's making a bit more. Okay, actually quite a bit more. Let's also give this one like help speed M's. Let me make sure it's also set correctly up here. I'm trying to... Oh, yeah. Okay. I guess it's not... Wow. I was expecting the difference to be more disparaging there. Not a great example. Okay, just ingredient finding M. Okay, they come to be about the same. This would look the same. Helping bonus, help speed S, compared to ingredient finding M. If you have your settings set wrong. This is when you're evaluating helping bonus stacks neutral, or null. If you set it to 0, you can see the actual productivity of the ingredients. This help bonus stacks is probably the single biggest error by a lot of people in Rain on X, because it defaults to null. Which null is a good evaluation for some things, but not everything. Still don't know how to understand how to actually evaluate helping bonus mons. I'd say general rule of thumb, berry specialists, leave it null. Skill specialists that are like general strength, like Sceptile, Ampharos, Golduck, you can probably leave it null for them as well. Skill specialists like Dedenne, your healers, things that the value is coming from a number of procs and not from just general strength. You want to leave them set to 0. And ingredient specialist set to 0. Unless you actually do have help bonus stacks on your team, then you can set it to 1, 2, or 3. Or 4 if you are crazy.
Type null confirmed. My advice, and take it with a grain of salt because I'm up against the best Rain on X user I know. I always leave helping bonus stacks at 0. So that when I'm in my box, I'm just looking at the actual productivity. And then I only ever evaluate stuff with helping bonus when I'm in the team analysis tool. Just so I don't have to play any guessing games.
Yeah.
But that's the way that I do it. That's like the simplified way to do it, probably.
I almost always have it set to 0 as well. I'll be honest, I usually have it set to 0. I only ever change it, like I said, if I'm evaluating certain specialists. And also, my other biggest Rain on X tip, generally, the rate my Pokemon feature is not that great. I use this way less than I use production comparison and team analysis. But rate my Pokemon is usually the first thing that new players will go to. But it does do the job, but it's more complex than it looks on the surface. And PR is not a great evaluation system. There are other methods of evaluating Pokemon that are, I think, much more valuable of explaining to you if you should invest that Pokemon or not than just the PR number. Because honestly, a PR 80 Pokemon, if it's filling a certain role, might be worth investing for your account. A PR, and at certain points, a PR 99 might not be worth investing, depending on what it is and what your account needs, and what the species is. So,
yeah, go watch my video, my second video ever, where I'm like, I transferred a PR 99 Quaxley.
Yeah. Everybody knows that, but Lambo is a comment that Nani just gave. Ugh, that's comedic. Tired of these split
It's
investments.
true. It's also true.
Yeah.
But it's alright.
Mm-hmm. They're also, with the rate my Pokemon functionality, there is... I don't like some of their default selections, like, it defaults to expected skills count for any skill specialist, but I think that's honestly a pretty bad evaluation for certain ones. Like, I feel like Golduck should be on total strength, but also, there's an asterisk there of you gotta select it to... You gotta then set its skill level to be max. Because if you leave it here, then it evaluates for total strength at skill level 7. So if you want to be fair, I think it's better to do total strength at max level main skill. Is a much more fair way of evaluating, like, charge strength specialists, berry burst specialists, Sudowoodo, Ampharos, just because berry finding S can actually make a huge impact on them, as we see with Sceptile. And berry specialists, I feel like should almost always be total strength.
I gave my simplified way of using the helping bonus setting. This is my simplified way of using Rate My Pokemon. I only use Rate My Pokemon when I catch something that's great, just to feel even better about it after taking a look at it.
I would agree with that.
And then just screenshot it and just send it to you.
Yep, 99 percentile. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, oh, hey guys, take a look at this Raichu I caught. Wait, like, yeah. Take a look at this Raichu, guys. And then plugs it in. And, oh, would you look at that? It says it's PR 100. Yeah. It's funny.
It only takes a couple of good step skills to have a PR 99 Pokemon.
Yeah. Especially when evaluating on some of the more simple outputs like berry strength, or expected skill count, or ingredient count. Those ones, it's really only looking for a few select sub-skills. So those can usually yield pretty... You can get pretty high PR pretty easily. Tired of these split investments they drop on us. Now we're nature chasing, investing in my P-Wooper after this drop. Very funny ass deep dive video is awesome. Well, thank you, Cameron. That was one... Okay, I'm gonna admit, the Very Funny ass deep dive video, I thought that one felt kind of... I thought it was decent content. I was not expecting it to be that well received. So many people loved it and praised it in the comments. And I was like, okay.
I loved it. It's one of the most unique things that someone has brought to this game in a long time.
I guess.
So, I appreciated it.
Well, I'm glad it was appreciated.
You basically, I mean, we've always said, like, oh, Dragonite's good, Meowscarada's good, Gengar's good with Berry Finding S, but you turned it into an actual, like, way to assess it for all of those Pokemon, which then revealed, here's all the other ones that are also good like them, which was great.
Yeah, I guess that's where it comes down to. And I guess, okay, from a person behind the scenes, I messed up that video 2 or 3 times, and because I do it in one take, and I just record and post, I couldn't let something that had misinformation, because I made misinformation, and I do make misinformation a couple times, but I try my best to be as perfect as possible. But that one I made some very big mistakes 2 times in a row, and I needed to get going to work, so I felt super rushed, because I only had like X amount of time to record. So I rushed that video. I rushed the recording of it, and I got a take where I didn't make a mistake, and was like, okay, posting, I don't care. So I thought it was just kind of mid. But people loved it.
Hey, listen, even if you are mid, your content can still be great, okay? That's the epitome of my channel.
Yep. We love the disrupt our thinking in a precise way the most. And I guess, yeah, that's probably what it does come down to, is that spreadsheet really did disrupt a lot of thinking, because it was actually like, okay, if we actually consider Berry Finding S on, like, I guess, what's one that's up here? Driftblim? Driftblim's kind of been talked about in the past, but not super much because it's a Driftblim. Heracross ranks in pretty highly. I'm looking at my little index right now.
I muted myself, but I lost the view, so you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, Gardevoir it ranks in really highly, but once again, Gardevoir, you really want good triggers on it because it's got such a valuable main skill, and that's a trade-off thing. But yes, it's very potent on all the extra helpful Pokemon, which is what I think was the very... I found it very interesting that all 3 of the extra helpful Pokemon ranked in really highly on the index, because I wasn't even accounting for that, but even just before accounting for the fact that their main skill is buffed by them having Berry Finding S, they're good with Berry Finding S anyway, which I found that funny. It's like extra amplifying the effect that you wanted on them.
I feel like I kind of knew this because I have 2 Berry Finding S Arcanines, and they always rank super high when I'm doing stuff in Raiden X. And I ran them the whole time I was at Topalo. I ran 2 Berry Finding S Arcanines, a Berry Finding S Charizard with Berry Finding S the trio. Like back in the day, back when I was plowing my way through Topalo. And yeah, I feel like I always knew that Arcanine came in really high on my box stuff, but didn't think about it because didn't know that much back then.
I mean, according to this, it does better than Gengar, although the way that this index was created, though, it is Gengar with Ingredient Finding M. I will say, I remember Gengar and Dragonite are actually the 2 highest. They rank above all skill specialists if you don't do the Ingredient Finding M modification that I made on it. So they actually do rank a bit higher than what they're shown on this chart.
So basically, you were trying to say, assuming that they're good at their job and they have Berry Finding S, because you don't want to invest in it because it has Berry Finding S.
Yeah, typically speaking. So I was like, assuming that you are going to at least have Ingredient Finding M on an ingredient specialist, then their ingredient rate pushes a little bit higher, which means they gain less from Berry Finding S because of a higher ingredient rate. So that bumps them down. But they would be...
But they're still super high.
Yes, they're still actually pretty high up there, despite being nerfed by that. But realistically, it'd be Gengar and Dragonite would actually be in this empty block right above Jolteon, Raikou, Gallade, and all them, if you don't have Ingredient Finding M on them. Also, someone asked about Pokemon Friends. I have not tried Friends. I've seen a lot of people play or talking about it.
My daughter has been begging me to download it. Dad, I want to play that. Okay.
It does look very interesting. I will say that. I've thought about it.
Once I saw that you unlocked plushies, I was like, I'm going to end up having to play this with my daughter watching every day. So I'm just going to skip it. She's forgotten about it. We're at that age, so...
Yeah, I'm sure it's adorable. Also, poor Ditto on this chart. Apparently, Berry Finding S Ditto is not the play.
Yeah, I have a Berry Finding S Ditto that I ran for like 2 weeks at Snowdrop before I gave up on Snowdrop.
Maybe that's why you gave up, because Berry Finding S Ditto is not good, apparently.
At the time, it was one of my best options for Snowdrop.
I mean, that's always a consideration. At the time, what do you got?
And also, one thing to note about this analysis, right, is because a lot of the Pokemon that ranked really low are Pokemon that have inventory issues. Mm-hmm. I believe is what you said. So they end up ranking lower because their inventory fills faster and their total strength is lower.
This index wouldn't actually account for inventory at all. But I was saying, like, if they have if they're lower on this chart, and they are more prone to inventory issues, like 16-pit Pokemon that don't have any tiers of evolution, then Berry Finding S may actually be detrimental to them. So, like, Ditto, Farfetch'd, Cramorant, you may actually be suffering so much more in the specialty that you may actually see it as a slight negative. I'd say not so bad that it's like a -1 to your, like, thinking, like, oh, that counteracts the Ingredient Finding M, but, like, bad enough that it might be like, oh, that's a minor inconvenience. Kind of like how we see Ingredient Finding on Berry Specialist, where, like, is it technically suboptimal? Yes. But, like, a single positive sub-skill will far outweigh the negatives that it provides.
Right. Well,
Uh,
I'm not trying to justify my Ditto. I've totally left him behind. He's very cute in my box.
Ditto is
He might
adorable.
get pulled out. He might get pulled out for expert mode. You know, you never know.
The thing is, there's going to be a lot of considerations with expert mode. Probably. I mean, maybe. It depends. It all depends on how bad the nerfs are. That's what I think. Because the nerfs are bad enough that we actually have to stick to just the berry types. Then realistically, a lot of Pokemon that we weren't considering before can be genuinely considered. I think most notably it would be the Energizing Cheer Pokemon. But which ones would really... Is there one for top? Well, this is a good question for your spreadsheet. Let me see. So...
Wouldn't it have been great if Wobbuffet actually was high on this list? Like, there's some tier list that Wobbuffet comes in high on, right? I'm just, you know...
I mean, hey, if you rank the Energizing Cheer Pokemon for how often Energizing Cheer procs, it's kind of mid. Because it's actually not that bad for the skill. The problem is the skill is
Right.
fun.
Well, and the problem is that you're going to run Gardevoir.
Yes, that's the other problem.
when
You're
you-
just run Gardevoir.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so Ground has Markowak. That's a new one.
What? Who's making this?
Rock has nothing, and Fire has just, well, Torchic, if you want to run a Torchic. Crocolore re-healing itself. Oh, Pupitar also. If you're fine running something under-evolved.
Yeah, I didn't put every single mod in here. Like, I didn't put Combuskin in. But I did, like, the highest evolution of the type.
Ninetales. So there really would be, even amongst the Energizing Cheer Pokemon, there wouldn't be anything for skills Pokemon for top. Night, Adrian. Glad having you in here. So yeah, top is just screwed for healers. Would Snowdrop have anything? Well, I guess when you think about the Energizing Cheer Pokemon, Markowak sounds like a guy I knew in grade school. So yeah, I guess the Energizing Cheer Pokemon really wouldn't be that much more interesting if we go out to the further islands, because the only options are Slowking and Slowbro, which share an island with the Fairy type healers, Wobbuffet and Levion, who share an island with Gardevoir and Cresselia, if you have a good Cresselia. And then, yeah, it's just Ninetales is the only unique one.
Maybe that's why there's so much healing on that fire type line. Between all the different combinations there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there really would be nothing for top, and there'd be nothing for Snowdrop. Snowdrop would be
fair,
really stuck.
I mean, the quantity of ground and rock type Pokemon in the game as well. Like, you'd think at some point they'd come and just... I was kind of hoping that second anniversary would be like, we're going to add in just like a list of Pokemon. Even if they were like, not meta shattering or whatever. But
Hey, I will say
at some
though,
point we got to get
Snowdrop would have a healer. If you're willing to consider non-energy for everyone healing skills, because Snowdrop has Umbreon.
You mean because it can heal other people one time a day?
No, it can heal them more than one time a day.
But you can run Tyranitar. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. In my head, because the Skies has one great hit a day, in my head, every great hit is only once a day. But I know that that's wrong, but like, I haven't ever been able to reprogram that thought.
Yeah, no, a lot of people thought that earlier on. It actually, I think it's so much of a disservice to Umbreon. I've talked about this plenty of times before. Umbreon is done dirty by Rain on X, because it's already a bad Pokemon, but like, they have the functionality to They could just make it like energizing cheer, but like not. Like they could just put it in, but if you run it in Rain on X and like give it a max level main skill and like give it a decent amount of triggers per day, if you put another Pokemon in and check out its energy curve. So Umbreon's main skill, obviously, the energy curve is set just fine because it's crazy self-recharging. It's the Umbreon. It has plenty of energy. If you look at the other Pokemon on the team and take a look at their energy curve, it has no impact by the Umbreon's existence, when that is so wrong. Because, like, in this situation, which I have on my screen right now, this Umbreon is proccing 14 times a day. Umbreon's crit rate has been projected and predicted by certain researches that some people have done to be about 50% of the time. About half the time it crits. Half the time it gives energy to the other Pokemon. A max level Moonlight would give 22.8% energy. And if you make this comparison here, this Venusaur should be getting 22.8% energy roughly 7 times a day, because it should crit half the amount of times that it shows. But if you look at its energy curve, they just don't give it anything. They basically act like Umbreon's main skill doesn't have a crit chance. But every other
I want to shout out to all the people in the chat who are with me hearing this for the 3rd time in a live stream.
Yep, usually live streams is where it gets discussed. But no, I feel so bad for it, because, like, that actually is a significant amount of energy that's just getting missed, and I want to run calcs with it, because I want to figure out, is it viable? But there's no way to run the calcs on it, because they just ignore it.
Do you want to know who's done even dirtier in Rain and X than Umbreon?
What?
Adrian's not here to say it. Togekiss.
Oh yeah, Togekiss has done a lot dirtier.
Because they just flat out don't do anything for Metronome.
Yeah.
And so... And to be fair, it's kind of a complicated problem to solve. How do you turn random? Like, well, we think of, you know. Anyway, it's
yeah, Togekiss is extra difficult, like Metronome, because you can make a projected average, but I think the whole idea there is it's so unreliable that I don't think they want to be giving averages at all, because yes, you'll have an expected average amount, but there's gonna be so much variance there that I think it's just like, you're not going to be able to actually, it's just going to be random. And any given day, it's going to be random. Even in a whole week, it's not going to average out, because it's just going to be so random. Especially if you're, like, putting a team of 5 Togekiss together. There's going to be so much variance there.
It could trigger Dream Shard Magnet every time, and be what it is right now, what it's showing as its strength, would be the strength. Or it could be doing Charge Strength M every time, and it would be an insane amount of strength.
And there's equal likelihood that all 5 Togekiss trigger a double proc of Charge Strength M, as they all trigger a double proc of Charge Strength S fixed. Like, and there's a very big difference in the amount of Charge Strength that would be given there. But then also, if you're relying on them for healing, there's a lot of variance there. Maybe they'll have some really good healing days, because there's
they're gonna do fine.
Yeah, they're generally be fine.
Because I used to run a Togekiss that had main skill level 5, and that in the early game, because it had skill level up and it evolved, right? Mm-hmm. And I had a Wigglytuff that wasn't main skill seated because I wasn't premium back then. And yeah, it heals plenty. And if you had several on the team, they would be energy for everyone. Sometimes they would be healing each other. Sometimes they would be healing themselves. Sometimes they're gonna be fine, because three skills out of that pool being healing was gonna keep their energy up for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that really is and that, I will tell you this from experimental data from Adrian's account, because he sent me, actually, one of the weeks that he did the Metronormies, is his team. It was like, he sent me a screenshot of every single he made a Google Drive folder for me to look through, because I wanted to do a Metronome video. The problem is, there's such little information about Metronome. I was intending to make it. I do still intend to make it at some point. But once again, there's not a whole lot of research done. I don't really know fully how the pool is determined from what skills it can pull from. Because, like, if we look at all the skills,
Well, it used to be everything, but now it's not.
Yeah, now it's not. And then the question is, like, he's never seen... And it doesn't really, like, say what the skill is. Some people have theorized, like, oh, maybe they're adding stockpile to the pool as its own thing, but it doesn't say that it pulled stockpile. It just says amount of strength found. So then, like, how do we know if it pulled stockpile, if it pulled a different charge strength skill? There's really no way of saying other than to just analyze and go through that. So the data is really difficult, and it would probably take the minds of multiple people, which is why I haven't made that metronome video, just because it is... There's a lot of questions as to how...
If you need more brain power, let me help you. So metronome is just for fun. If you like having fun, use metronome. That's the analysis.
Yep. That's really a good analysis of it, but I have all this data and I want to do something with it, but I don't know. It's difficult to say, and I think the problem with it is there's just too much variance. I should probably catch up on chat a little bit. I mean, I would rejoice at the chance to use my Umbreon. Umbreon...
Use it!
Yeah, go ahead for it. Use it. Really, this game is so chill. This game is so chill that you can do well with anything. Does that mean you'll do the best with anything? No, but you can do well with anything.
And you won't hit today, even with a maximum skill level. I just barely... Well, I guess I started running Swallow, so I don't know how far I could have gotten on the old power plant run. But I had to, like, plan to hit it and go and get it. But eventually, your area bonus might be 150%, and you're gonna hit all those milestones no problem. Like, we just don't know how far they're gonna scale the game in those ways. And it could be with expert mode that they're capping us at 75. Maybe that is gonna be the area bonus cap. But who knows? It could go to 100. Like,
I mean, I do think they're gonna raise it with Amber Canyon because they do tend to raise it with new islands. But then the question is, will there be new areas after Amber Canyon?
Actually, they will definitely raise it because they won't want people to build the area bonus at Amber Canyon by going to other places.
Yes, that's true.
That's exactly why they'll raise it. So.
Okay. Felt bad since Metronome stopped being able to use any other main skill. I mean, I think a part of that was just some skills are weird to pull from the pool. Like, if it pulls stockpile, what does it do? It just gives, like... If it pulls... Like, cause do you want to really stockpile a single stack of stockpile and then not be able to swap your Metronome user off until it gets another stockpile to potentially spit up? Like, there are some skills that just don't work very well with stockpile, and I think that's the reason
you could be running your Metronome Pokemon for weeks and never have the payoff of stockpile.
Like, yeah. Can they put a disclaimer on abilities like this? Say that RNG makes it difficult to calculate? They could. Thank you so much, Lower, after your videos. Thank you so much. Anytime, Noah. Glad you're viewing. Thanks for viewing. It's always good to see. Good to have viewers. And channel couldn't survive without viewers. Is banning the metronome skill a simple admission of powerlessness? That's just the team being humble, I think. Metronome, mimic, or transform? I mean, metronome is... Mimic and transform are actually calculated in team analysis. It doesn't do anything in the other... What's the other... The production comparison, but it does something in team analysis. I put them on night and Snowdrop, but until my ingredient mods start bringing enough to only have them on part-time instead of all week. You focus on being able to make meals. Yes, I actually speedran cooking and neglected Berrymons entirely for a bit. I mean, that's rough to speedrun cooking in the early game. Because cooking, I feel like, doesn't really become the strong... It doesn't really become even a viable option until at least the mid-game. What we consider mid-game right now. Because before that point, skills and Berrymons just definitely output more strength overall. Because those early game meals really don't do much for you. As far as meal boost goes.
Here's my hot take on Metronome, and it's something that crosses my mind, like, probably like twice a week when I'm playing Pokemon Sleep. So not like every time I log in or everything, but I just have these moments where I'm like, should I do this? And then I just go, trust the RNG. Like, trust if you, like, you're not going to be. You mentioned, like, you can run just about anything and do well in Pokemon Sleep, right? Mm-hmm. You're not going to be so severely punished by Metronome's randomness every single week that it's, like, never worth using. Like, you're going to have good weeks, you're going to have bad weeks. I know this because I run Golduck. You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. But in the end, you're going to end up breaking even. Like, it's going to be fine. So, not that anyone's asking for my opinion on Metronome, but I have these moments where I'm just like, I have to trust that sometimes the RNG is going to work for me and not against me.
Well, theoretically, if any team can take you to Master 20 at an island long before you should be able to do it, it's Metronome, because realistically, the higher degree of variance, that means the higher... Yes, you may have... The bottoms may be lower, but that means the highs are even higher, so...
Exactly.
If any team can take you to Master 20 weeks before you should even be able to dream about Master 20, it's a Metronome team. Because theoretically, they could just pull Charge Strength M 20 times. Like, more often than I think even an Ampharos theoretically can. I think well, doesn't Metronome user proc more often than Ampharos?
If only we had a tool where we could test this.
Yeah, no, I was literally in the process of pulling that up. 6.14 versus...
Oh, I'm probably, like, behind on my video again. Dang it.
Metronome, 6.69. Okay, it procs a little bit more than Metronome, or than them. Okay, so what's a stronger skill? I mean, I guess the Legendary Beast skill. But would that really have much value on a team of all Metronome Pokemon? I don't know if I can say that.
If you were running it as Togekiss, Togetic with the helpings, the ribbons, and Togepi with the ribbon.
And all having Berry Finding S.
Yeah.
And then a Clefable and a Clefairy as well.
Hey, why don't we give them a helping bonus while we're at it?
All of them with Berry Finding S and helping bonus. And Skill Trigger M. That team probably could take you to higher highs than almost any other team in the game if RNG's in your favor. Which is a very big if. But that's like doubling the number of procs of the Legendary Beast skills. Over double, actually. Oh boy, my sneaky snacking went through a little bit. Oh, and Snorlax ranked up. In the time we've been talking, I'm at Ultra 4.
Oh. I have more strength than you.
That doesn't surprise me. I'm running a Palmo and a Swalot.
And I live an hour behind you. You should be ashamed.
Yeah. I probably wake up an hour later than you do. Yeah, but I'm also running a Swalot and a Palmo, so...
Yeah, I shouldn't be trying to give you a hard time.
You're all good. Okay, who's y'all's next investments? Okay, next investments? Depends on what I'm... Like, you're talking about investments for candy, investments for skill seeds? Because those are two very different things. Candy investments... What
is the next Pokemon that you don't have today that you're most excited to get to a place where you'd be using it?
That I don't have today? I mean, Palmo...
Meaning that you are having your box that's really good that you want to be using more, but you're not using it yet.
Definitely the Palmo. Once I'm looking to evolve him into Palmot. But I need 110 more sleep hours. That's going to take some time. A lot of time. Almost 110 hours.
Depends on how tired you are.
That's very true. Or it depends on how long I let the Go Plus Plus sit after I'm awake.
Because in theory, you could knock that out in a couple days.
Because that is the one thing that the game actually tracks longer than the 8.5 hour cap for everything else.
Yeah, you can get 24 sleep hours a day if you guys didn't know.
Yep, and it only work. The only after 8.5 hours, the only thing it does is just increase the sleep hours tracked on your Pokemon.
Okay, you can get 23 hours and 50 something minutes because you'll need some time to think your thing and all that.
Yeah. Realistically, as for things that aren't raised up at all right now, I mean, I do want to keep leveling up and investing my Sceptile, level 50 currently. I'd like to get that up there higher in levels, because every level matters for a Berry Burst Pokemon. And then, similarly, Cresselia. I know it's level 60, but I want to get it to level 65. Wait, I caught things... Oh yeah, it might cut things off at 13 hours. I did hear that somewhere. I don't know who first confirmed or denied that, but... I have heard 13 hours does cut things off before.
They nerfed it. It used to work though.
I don't know. It might. I know there's something weird with 13 hours. I missed the start. Sorry, David. Glad you're here now, though. Mint candidates.
No, you didn't miss anything.
I really only got one Pokemon that could use a mint, and it's this Victory Bell. And even this is like, I don't think it's... Yeah, the nature does hold it back. Speed of Help down does suck. But it's not as bad as other things, and I don't need a reliable tomato farmer that badly that the Speed of Help down is killing this for me. So, and mints are so rare that I don't think it's worth using a mint on this. But that's the only one that I think would even benefit in my box from a mint. Like, benefit enough to even be worth consideration.
Because we've been transferring everything else.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm sure I could look back through my videos and see things that I threw. But here's the thing. Here's my take about the mints, the way they've implemented them. Because it lets the nature become neutral. Okay? There are some things that can be truly great even without a mint. But, like, the things that are the best in this game are the things where the subskills and nature line up. Even a little bit, because that nature is a modifier onto a multiplier, not just an additive amount. Meanwhile, subskills are additive together. So, very rarely, like, I feel like it's more often that you encounter a Pokemon that has the nature lineup that is good by having just a few subskills that line up, than just, like, having a perfect subskill list, and then the nature just ruins it. Like, I feel like it's very rare that that is the case, and usually it's like... The neutral mint is just kind of like, meh. I don't know.
I think you're right. It's rare that it's the case, but it's the thing that gets posted on the subreddit all the time of people, like, whining. Like, we see it all the time, and so it feels abundant, but it's really just, like, a vocal minority, because you think about how many people are playing the game, and, like, how often is it actually happening? You just happen to see people post about it. And people post in the comments, pray for mints.
Yeah. So many people like pray for mints. Like, if I make this comparison here, I just threw these 3 golems on screen. All mono soybean. Like, the neutral natured one with the best subskills for ingredient output in the game, with a neutral nature, is 128 soybeans a day. If I was to do just ingredient finding M and an ingredient finding up nature, then it's 118, which is definitely worse. It's about... Well, the 128 is about 8.7% better. So I guess that is better with just the perfect nature, the perfect subskills versus ingredient finding M alone and nature. But ingredient finding M, help speed M, and the nature is better than both of them. So I mean, like... I don't know. I guess I just see it as if you're hunting for truly great things. It matters most for mono ingredient specialists, that's for sure. Because they're the rarest. But... Yeah,
but I mean, the case where it's going to be the most helpful is when you get ingredient finding down in that scenario, right? Like if you got that first one and you could mint it. I mean, we're talking, what, 5 soybeans a day on average? Like...
Yeah, because ingredient finding down drops it down below all of these. In fact, let's see. Does it drop it? It shouldn't drop it below just this, but Actually, yeah, it's not. It's like almost the same as having ingredient. See, that's also the thing. Ingredient Finding M alone is still less than what this perfect subskill one is with the Ingredient Finding Down nature. So if you'd invest in Ingredient Finding M alone with pure subskills, then you should be willing to invest even with the Ingredient Finding Down nature. And for this Pokemon...
Oh, we're just giving you video content now. That's... Man, we gotta go fight some people in this subreddit.
And there are some people that would say this is investable because it's mono with Ingredient Finding M. Some people would say that. But if that's investable, then this is investable. 100%. Now, I think really what
and it
does,
can get buffed now.
Yeah, that's the thing is, mints don't actually make bad Pokemon good. They make good Pokemon great. I think that's my problem with Mint's implementation as a whole, is it doesn't actually make more stuff investable. It actually just raises our bar for what is investable.
Hey, I was so pleased to just be like, oh, Neroli just popped into my screen and said, you don't have to hunt for a sausage farmer anymore. Like, that was worth it to me.
Yeah, and to me it was Neroli popping in and saying, hey, your Arbok that's already pretty good is now great. Like, that's what it was for me. And I feel like that's what it is for most people. But, yeah.
That's what it should be.
And I do like that it seems they are making it very heavily limited instead of being just in the shop every month that you can just get one. Can mints be defendable with legendaries? I mean, a legendary is a great candidate for it. Just because they are so rare that if you have something that breaks them, that the nature just ruins them, that's a perfect candidate for a mint. But, yeah. If I could reroll ingredient spreads, I have a great candidate that I've talked about probably 20 times.
See, this is why I hope that one day we get Eureka Seeds. Like, you get a Pokemon to level 100 and you get a Eureka Seed for it. For that line. Because I'll take my one Aggron all the way up, my one shiny Aggron all the way up so I can get a Eureka Seed, and then I'll drop it on my ABA Aggron that's shiny and has the ingredient finding subskills, and I'll have 2 shiny Aggrons.
Nice. I've got 2 shiny errands, but neither of them are even worth even thinking about being investable.
I'm sorry. But I've also seen what the game gives you for local power plants, so... and legendaries. I'm in the I don't have an investable legendary camp.
Yeah. So some other comments here. When do you think Expert Mode is coming out, and are you going immediately? Well, Expert Mode's confirmed to be coming out in 2 weeks from now. Well, yeah.
It could still come out next Monday.
It could come out next Monday, theoretically, if they have maintenance before then, but they said they're releasing it the Monday following maintenance, which, because that's what they said, yeah. The Monday of the week following the next maintenance and version update planned for early August. So theoretically, early August could be the end of this week, Friday. Friday is August 1st. But they usually don't do maintenance on a Friday because, you know, if there are problems with the servers, they probably want to leave the work day available for them to actually correct things if there are glitches and bugs. So they tend to do maintenance earlier in the week. So I don't think it's happening this Friday to be maintenance, which means maintenance is probably next week, which means it should come out the week after that.
Yeah, and they wouldn't do a maintenance at this point in the week if they didn't announce it tonight.
Yes.
They always give us a couple days notice.
Yes.
So yeah, I think you're pretty safe to say we're confirmed for what's it? The Pokemon's name? Toxil?
Toxil is the baby form, and then it's Toxtricity is the evolved.
Yeah. That is ushering in expert mode. And the skill week is ushering in expert mode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also they like to do the maintenance where they're at a Pokemon like less than 1 week prior to. And in this case, that's Toxtricity coming out less than 1 week prior to. And that'd be the maintenance prior to. So
yeah, they wouldn't do a maintenance this week and do the Toxicity one next week.
As for whether I'm going there, I don't know. I probably won't decide that till Sunday night before because it happens to be a pretty powerful event week. Dang, another skill specialist and another new Pokemon taking out about the cash grab. Lol. I don't know if I call this one a cash grab. It's still a 5-pip Pokemon. And it should be a really common Pokemon because it is a baby form. So it should be pretty common at the islands that it spawns at.
It better be common since we have to catch and evolve 2 of them for a Pokedex.
Yeah, and on top of that, it is
especially if they do plus and minus on it, they need to make that thing common as heck.
It also has a tier of evolution, so I mean, benefits there. It gets 1 free main skill seed. And yes, it is another skill specialist, but honestly, I don't think introducing more skill specialists is a cash grab move. Introducing skill specialists is the most natural thing to introduce. I would expect most of the things to be skill specialists introduced, just because they're the easiest to give them unique identities by not overloading us with stuff. Typically speaking, think about ingredient specialists. Do you get that excited when there's a new ingredient specialist for an ingredient that already exists? Maybe, if that's an ingredient that you need. Like, very rarely,
like how I was excited for Farfetch'd if it had bean sausage, and then it did.
Yeah, like, there are... For certain people, there can be interesting things with, like, ingredient specialists. Berry specialists really have the least amount of variance, because at least with an ingredient specialist, you can give them a unique combo across the different ingredient, like with their ABC list with like a unique synergy and meals. A lot of players don't consider meal synergy to be something going for a Pokemon, but it is something that is to kind of be considered by some. But generally speaking, most people think of ingredient specialists for their A ingredient and A ingredient alone. That really leads toward the idea that there are really not as many ingredient specialists as there are in the game, but instead there's only 1 for each ingredient. Or, like, just their various typings of those various ingredients. For berry specialists, there are really just 18 types. Now, there are some that have variants, like I'd say the ones that have Tasty Chance are particularly notable, because Tasty Chance is so powerful that we can actually consider the main skill on them. But generally speaking, we just think of most berry specialists for berries. So, a skill specialist, on the other hand, there's an infinite number of possibilities for skills. So naturally, they're going to be the ones that get introduced the most. Yeah, we just got 5 new ones. Last time they released the starters, it was only them. Thing is, now I've got even more Pokemon I want to focus since I didn't get anything good during the event. I mean...
Enjoy the journey.
Enjoy the journey. Invest what you've already
That's what the game is.
Yeah, invest what you've already got. You should expect to see more skill specialists introduced, because they are, just by default, the easiest for them to make. And the easiest for them to make fun. Because if they introduce another berry specialist, what's the discussion around that? We plug it in, see its frequency. Oh, cool. It's worse. It's better.
Every time they release a berry specialist, it's going to be better than the current berry specialist.
False. Ninetales. Typhlosion's...
It's better.
Ninetales did not power creep Typhlosion.
You are underrating healing.
I mean, Typhlosion's got a pretty powerful... it's got an alright trigger rate for charge strength S for being a berry specialist. But it is faster, and that's the primary thing. It's a side grade. It's a side grade.
I have an internal bias because I could never find a BFS Typhlosion and ended up investing in just like a helping bonus with double speed one.
I mean, it's not bad.
And I found I have 2 berry finding S with helping speed things, Ninetales options. So
I don't think Ninetales is worse. I think it's a side grade.
Okay. I'm just kidding.
But that's still not a power creep. That's a side grade option.
Well, yeah. The thing is that a berry Pokemon that comes in and is worse than the best berry Pokemon that people have already invested in, if they have caught one and invested all the way, why would you go catch it? Like, you already have that role filled, right?
I mean,
like, they have to make them more unique.
I think they make them more unique by giving them something else going for them in some other way. Like, let's say okay, let's pretend Marowak was actually good. If Marowak was good...
Sorry, who's Marowak? You mean Markowak?
Markowak. Let's pretend Markowak actually was good at making berries. Like, let's say it was Typhlosion level. If they introduced Swampert and made it worse for berries but gave it Tasty Chance, that still is something that's interesting going for it being a berry specialist with Tasty Chance, even if it is weaker for the berries. Because that's something notable. I think there are ways they can make new berry specialists unique.
But that still means that Marowak got power crept, right?
I mean, not really, because they each do their own thing. If you're not a very cooking-focused player, you'd much prefer the higher berry strength.
That's fair.
So, like... yeah.
Yeah, that's fair, that's fair.
When is the next new ingredient? Probably November. Usually they introduce new ingredients with
November.
I say.
I'll give that a big definitely.
I'd say I'd give, like, odds of it being November is, like, 97%. I don't know. 3% in case they just decide to be weird.
I'm willing to give it 100%.
I mean, I never say 100% with these devs. They've done some weird things in the past, so... And I have been surprised plenty of times. I think the only thing that surprises me these days is when I'm not surprised by something.
Oh!
Just minted a bold mono egg, inventory up S, help speed S, skill trigger S, ingredient finding M, ingredient finding S, in that order, Hapini. Talk about a journey. She's gonna become a Chansey and getting a 2K ribbon for sure until Blissey gets buffed. Well, they're not gonna be buffing Blissey. I think it's intentional. They very intentionally stated that they are leaving the difference between Chansey and Blissey the same. As it is. In that one bug reports address. So, they're not going to be buffing Blissey anytime soon. But anyway.
Ever.
Yeah.
100%. They're never going to buff Blissey.
I mean, unless they also buff Chansey. I would see them buffing Chansey and Blissey together, but the intention is Chansey's kind of semi-supposed to be a little bit better, kind of, but not really because inventory, but that's a whole weirder discussion.
They need a buff Delibird first, at least, so watch for that.
Delibird does need
we're
something.
In the end time.
They really did they really did Delibird dirty. Wonder if devs use Rain on X. Probably not. They probably use the Japanese one. If they do use a website, they probably use the Japanese website I was talking about earlier.
They probably already had built exactly what Rainix is, and they've used that.
Yeah, they probably have some sort of simulator. Honestly, though, I bet you they have some sort of simulator for strength, but I doubt that it is as intense as Rain on X has become, because they probably just built something rudimentary for their own, like, simple testing. They probably haven't, because Rain on has spent his entire time, or those people that are developing Rain on X, I don't know how big the team is, but the people that are doing that are specifically in trying to develop a tool for calculating the game's outputs. And that being the sole purpose, like, their time is entirely dedicated to the calculator. The devs probably split their time between developing this calculator on the side just to make projections and stuff, and while also developing the actual game. So I bet you they have something, but it's probably not as powerful as Rain on X. You
know how they announced Pokemon Sleep like years ago and it took forever to come out? They probably like started building the game and then said, "Oh wait, we're gonna need to build," and then they built Rain on X, and then they like built the game after.
I mean, it was a team of, what, 4 people, is what I've heard from Adrian. That's my source. Was that the dev team up until Pokemon Works was brought on was like 4 people, genuinely. So,
yeah.
That could play a part into why it took so long?
Nah. They just didn't have cursor AI back then.
That's also true.
We could build Pokemon Sleep in like a week now.
Delibird.
In fact, I'm surprised there's not knockoff games of Pokemon Sleep already.
Monstera recommends that Delibird gets present.
It will. It'll get it for Christmas this year.
I would love to see that.
97%.
Delibird was something that like they genuinely like they took it out behind the bar and kind of like for anyone who doesn't already catch one, because obviously if you already have one, keep using it. Obviously, like you already have it, you've already invested.
Nah,
don't pivot.
I'm gonna go transfer mine right now.
Oh, that would hurt.
Get rid of it.
But like for anyone who didn't already have it caught, they really just took the idea of hunting it out behind the barn. Like, I never even thought about catching a Delibird ever since. I wonder why they have a different meta than us when we should have the same numbers. Well, I think a part of that is different ideas brought to the table, and like I said, I don't think the meta is too different. I mean, if you watch that one Japanese YouTuber that we were talking about, I saw his tier list video, and they definitely... Okay. How do I find his channel?
You're not subscribed?
I don't think I am, actually.
This is how I keep tabs on.
Okay, can you send me the link
like
to his channel?
Just kidding. Yeah, sure.
Okay, because I want to see if I can find his tier list video.
When you're trying to be... Oh my gosh, you released a video 2 hours ago?
Yeah.
Dang, you're good.
Yeah, while I was streaming, I released a video. Has anyone left any comments on the video? Let me see. Maybe I can live respond to comments.
I should have saved my video to get dropped during this video. He's live right now. Why are you guys watching this? There's like a way more popular YouTuber.
Wait, he is live? The dude's live?
Yeah, let's just go react to all of his stuff right now.
I wonder if he's talking about...
Sorry, I'm trying to get you the link, but my thing has gone slow.
You're all good.
Yeah, he's probably talking... I'm loading it on my phone.
Also, wait. I just realized...
There, copy link. Here we go.
Who is this YouTuber? I want to know him. He's doing Pokemon Pocket. Oh, he's playing a different game. Apparently.
Wait, you already... I didn't see it.
Yeah, apparently he's doing TCG Pocket right now.
Yeah, because that game just... The new cards just released, like... a couple hours ago. And he's already got Will. He has 1,000 people watching his channel right now. And his sleep videos are like that too.
Yeah, okay, yep, you're correct. It is. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm not even going to try. But yes, he made a tier list video that I saw for Pokemon Sleep. A thorough explanation of the top 3 ingredients in Pokesleep and the carefully selected... It cuts off.
I'm commenting in his video.
Oh wait, here's his tier list video. I found it here. Okay. Here, wait a minute. I can, here's the uncropped thing. So, you can see, he said, and this is probably similar to my tier list in a sense that, there's probably a lot of personal biases involved here. I don't know how he got these numbers. But they put Gardevoir and Dedenne just straight in the top. On their own separate thing. Which, I can understand that. But then SS, double S tier right beneath it, he's got a lot more things in there. Which doesn't include... I mean, it does include Cresselia, and includes some of the legendary beasts, but interestingly, only Entei and Raikou. It looks like Suicune's only in S tier instead of in double S tier. I don't know why. But I can't translate what he's saying, so I can't explain to you why his video is this way, why he ranks these things like this. Legends in S tier, I'm a fan, is what someone just said in chat. He puts...
Yeah, because Donnie has a great Suicune and has a great strategy. Adrian's back!
Yeah, Adrian's back. Well, Suicune's the one that didn't make it up to double S. What are some of the things that he ranks very lowly, I wonder? At the bottom of his tier list, E tier is Santa Hat, Pikachu, Persian, and Sableye. D tier is Wobbuffet. C tier is Slowbro, Umbreon, Sudowoodo, and Lucario.
Oh, he put you in D tier.
Sudowoodo?
I can see it right now. He put you in D tier. That's crazy.
Me in D... Oh, Wobbuffet?
Yeah, you're at least an A tier.
Oh, okay. I don't... Cram in double S tier. Oh, I missed that. Yeah, Cram's in double S tier. Probably because it has a tasty chance, if I had to guess. But they put... Like, a lot of stuff is similar to what we kind of expect, but, like, there are some things that are, like, definitely different.
If you would put Mudkip in double S tier, then you gotta put Cram up there, because it triggers the skill enough to, like, be viable, like, and it provides ingredients.
Adrian just said Skeledirge in double S, bring that down. That sounds like a callback if I ever did hear one. But yeah, like, S tier Pinsir. I wouldn't expect that. Also, Alola Tail.
Where's Quackleval?
Quackleval.
Am I just missing it?
It might be in a lower tier, honestly.
Oh, it's an S tier.
Oh, it is? Okay. Oh, yeah, it is. Also, one thing that I find very interesting, he put Walrein in double S and Alola Tails in S. So that's interesting since Alola Tails has a faster frequency. So I wonder why they put Walrein better. Like, is there a consideration here for availability?
Because of the main skill.
Like main skill, but Ingredient Magnet seems weaker than Extra Helpful. At least it does to me. S tier Musharna apparently. That, like I said, I have no clue what his standards are for evaluating these things, but I just find it intriguing. Probably for oil, this guy seems to like oil mons. So Cram up there, that'd be Toxicroak as well. I mean, Toxicroak's an S below Cram. Where's Luxray? Shinx, Luxray?
They're all in that S tier. Oh, add.
He has Heracross and Vaporeon so low, though. Yeah. Gallade S tier is also crazy. Yeah, oh yeah, Luxray is up there in double S. I see it now. What's some of the more mid tiers? Oh wait, here you can actually see the whole thing. Wait, this is a lot easier. I actually found a spot in the video where it's the whole thing. Evolutions are interesting, all right there together. He put Vaporeon and Leafeon in the same tier.
Ooh.
Ivan Brown is being quiet about Golduck. Oh, Golduck's placement is down in B tier for this guy.
No, this is a different list because the view you were showing before had Golduck in S tier. This is a different list.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah.
Oh, dang. We really do need to learn Japanese.
We need to learn how to translate this, because what was that other list I just saw? I think
yeah, the one at the end had Golduck in S tier.
Okay, wait, here's a list. Here's the list. It had him in, yeah, it has
well,
S tier.
Is it the list? How are we to know which one is the list?
But which is the list that... Well, this is the one he spends a lot of time, like, most of the video talking about. So I'm assuming this is the rankings he wants to go by. But what was that other list? What was that other list that I found?
Is he a good
Is
player?
he like a good player or a more casual one? So many questions.
He's just Nani. He's just a very charismatic player of the Japanese community that has a lot of subscribers.
I mean, I would guess. I mean, I don't know what his takes are, but it seems like he gives thorough explanations and a lot of deep dives just by going through his channel. Like, these are some pretty long content. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's right about everything, but like 18-minute analysis of Swampert, saying it's triple S tier. Can help with translation. Oh boy. A thorough explanation of the top 3 ingredients used in the Poke Sleep community and the carefully selected. The title gets cut off. But 47 minutes long. This tier list video that's an hour and a half long. The strongest grass type Pokemon in Pokemon Sleep, Sceptile. Like, he reaches a lot of the same conclusions and has thorough explanations of things, talking about hardcore players' expectations of things. So, I think he probably knows what he's talking about. He has spent $16,000 on this game. Well, he definitely has a lot of money. But here's his rankings, apparently.
How did you get that from a Pikachu picture? Just kidding.
Well, it is Santa Hat Pikachu, and Santa Hat Pikachu does give you more Dream Shards, so...
Oh, okay.
Also, yeah, he ranks Jolteon above Vaporeon in his analysis.
I mean, I have a berry finding as Jolteon.
With this, he could buy a temperature-controlled mattress. Might have outspent Brovini. Let's get him on the sleepers with Iben Brown. Also, S-tier Ditto. That's another... I guess that's another Oilmon. So I guess someone is right in saying he ranks Oil pretty highly.
Well, but he has it right next to Mr. Mime, too, so I think it's skill-related.
Could be Transform. This is just more... This is interesting speculation at this point. Like, I don't know.
Analyzing a tier list that we have no idea what it is.
I want to know if I can find that other one that was on screen briefly, though. Was it this one?
You need to...
I think
you
it was
need
this
to
one.
change the name of this video to tier list so that it starts bringing up tier lists.
Wait, here's that other one. Now, I have no clue what this one is for. But this
It's for being mean to Golduck. We already established this.
Because this is a different one, yeah. What could be the reasoning on Entei above Raikou? Okay. I guess that's an interesting question. What could be his reasoning for Entei above Raikou?
Wait, which list?
In this
Where is
list.
Entei even on this list?
Yeah, if anyone can
I need to
translate this...
screenshot these.
Wait, let me try to get rid of the... Can I get rid of the... Oh, darn it.
They're both in the SS tier. What are you talking about?
Well,
Entei above
he's saying it's
Raikou?
above because it's got, like, it's above in
Oh
the thing.
boy.
I'm more interested in the Suicune being in a different category, because they kind of do the same thing. But I guess there's probably something with berry synergy there. Like, I would argue Raikou arguably has the most going for it, since it has a healer on a monotype team that synergizes with it. Entei does not have... Maybe it's the number of berry specialists? Because, like, Raikou has both Halloween Hat Pika and Raichu to synergize with it. Entei has both Typhlosion and Ninetales. Suicune only has the Feraligatr line.
So, one of the lists is for free to play.
Oh, okay. So this one...
Thanks, Ellie.
Okay, this one's probably for free to play then, if I had to guess, because it ranks Pod Expanders really highly. So that'd be my guess. If one's for free to play, one's for premium. This one's probably premium. This one's probably free to play. That's probably it. So then this would be for premium. That oh wait no, because it's putting okay. It put it up in SS tier with Magnezone. So why would Gardevoir rank higher for a free to play versus a premium? Because like Gardevoir is only an SS and this one. Dedenne list is Whale. Okay, so the one with Dedenne up The one with the Dena at the top is the whale one. Okay, so this is the free-to-play tier list, apparently, is what Chad is telling me. We're all here. A-tier Holiday Hat Eevee is pretty wild in my books. They also put all the legends together. Except for Cresselia, who's on the S. Skill Seeds difference? Potentially. We're all probably premium. Free-to-play is that symbol. I think this is it. This one is casual plus low play. Okay. Okay, I've gotten plenty of confirmation. So apparently, Golduck is a B tier choice if you're free to play. Yeah,
what?
Okay.
Just kidding.
According to this Japanese player. But yeah. But he ranks... That's more interesting to see how he ranks, I think, the whale scores. The whale Pokemon over... Oh wait, we have a side-by-side. You can see the side-by-side. You can see how they differ.
It's crazy that Clodsire is so high since it kind of looks like a whale.
That's true. It does go up another tier. It looks like it just gets more cooking focused. Maybe because healers are more important, that's why. I get... Dodrio is very high on both lists. I don't get it. I don't get it either, but I don't speak Japanese. Someone who does speak fluent Japanese, please watch this entire video and write us a report in English.
I have a berry finding S helping bonus Dodrio, but it doesn't get helping bonus to level 100. If I put Rainanex level 100, I think it's my top Pokemon in my whole box.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, if I was to here, let me see here real quick.
The thing about Dodrio is you're hunting a Totodile in the early game typically, and you're not really thinking about Doduo just because you're biased towards starters. And then by the time you realize that Dodrio could be useful, you're already past where it's useful.
Yeah, I mean, because, yeah, Dodrio has the whole weird berry curve prior to going for it as well, early game.
The super early game, yeah.
Gigadrio.
Which Adrian has shown that we can just bypass. You can just jump Pokemon up to level 21.
Yeah.
Like in your second week. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Doduo doesn't spawn at Cyan. That is another problem with it. You have to catch it on green grass to use at Cyan.
It's true.
Anyway, do I have my Cleffa saved in Rainonex? I don't know, because that's one that I have never... I've considered it. I have a Cleffa that's honestly pretty good. But the problem is it's only pretty good at level 75. And honestly, it's not even that great at level 75. It just becomes... It gets Berry Finding as Help bonus and there's nothing else going for it. But honestly, that alone is super rare. I was discussing this with some guy in the comments of one of my videos about the rarity of it. It's like roughly 0.24%. Or 2.8% maybe? I don't remember the exact number. But before friendship level 10. No. Before friendship level 10. And like the numbers just get crazier from there on out. Rainonex actually I actually made a spreadsheet for this one. I just... I did some numbers. It's not a very nice looking spreadsheet. It's untitled right now, too. But I found that if you have one subskill fixed, it's 1.43%. So that's at the prime hunting zone, levels like 10 to 40 that I feel like most of our catches are good in. Only about 1.43% of the Pokemon we catch will have Berry Finding S and Helping bonus at the same time. And then from when you have 2 subskills unlocked, past that point, it's 6.1% roughly. So, like, the odds are pretty slim. And someone else's math checked out with mine we did the math independently, and he got these same numbers as me. Now, Rain on X actually has a tool for it as well, which when I use the Rain on X tool, I got different numbers, and I don't know why that is. Probably because it's taking into account something that I'm not understanding, but oh well. Do we think tier lists will become less relevant with expert mode? I mean, they're already not really relevant, if we're honest. They are just amalgamations of people's... There are two types of tier lists. There are the ones that are the pool of people's opinions by averaging lots of people's thoughts. There are ones that try to generate, like, stuff by using the raw numbers in the game, but even those have flaws because there's always going to be a flaw in how you evaluate it. So I'd say don't rely on a tier list, even now. There's too many factors in this game to consider. Tier lists should just be a fun activity to show what your opinions are. They shouldn't be something to... You can respect someone's opinions. If you want to take my tier list as fact, then I guess do that. I don't know. It is my opinion. I don't think it should be taken as fact because it's going to vary from account to account. But expert mode is going to add another layer of variance there. And obviously, yeah. Do you use any AI tools
just a madman
with them spreadsheets, or are you just a madman? I am just a madman. I've never used an AI tool for any of my spreadsheets.
Me either.
Yeah. Yeah. Now is the time for mixed ingredient specialist for expert mode. It'll be interesting to see, because I can see benefits and drawbacks. If the downsides to running off type is like not that detrimental, and it's only like maybe like a 10% or less decrease, then honestly I think that almost kind of reinforces mono a bit more, because then to meet those ingredient thresholds, you definitely need to have something that can produce more of a single ingredient more reliably. But at the same time, you can always prep, but if they somehow prevent ingredient bag space prep, that also changes things, because that mixed ingredient specialists kind of rely on that a bit more. So, I don't know. Only time will tell is what I think. But also, mixed does allow for a single type to cover more different ingredients. I'm personally excited to see how much I can use the soybeans or the sausage on dark type teams with my Tyranitar once I get it to level 60, which is taking a long time.
AVR, do you want to battle our Cleffas?
Your Cleffa's... Well, my Cleffa might be better at level 75.
So pull yours up, and I'm going to give you the stats for mine, and let's see how they come out.
Where did I do that? I think I already trashed that tab. Let me just make a new tab for... I have too many tabs open right now. Give me a moment. I have it saved, so I can just pull... Okay, there we go. Okay, I made a Clefable. At level 75.
Fine, then you have to make mine a Clefable.
Yeah, I will. What's its stats?
Are you ready for this? So, helping bonus.
Okay.
Skill level up S.
Okay.
Sorry, I guess I'm delayed, so I'm going probably really slow for you. Ingredient finder S. Berry finding S. And skill trigger S. And then it has a quiet nature.
This sounds like the same one.
And it's ABB.
Oh, but it's ABB? Okay. So, mine's apparently a little bit... They have the same nature. They have two bum skills between helping bonus and berry finding S, and they both have it at level... That's honestly kind of funny. They're twin Clefairies.
We thought we had shiny twins, but we actually have twin Clefairies.
Even the same nature?
It's so crazy.
We've got to somehow come
We
up with
just
a
proved that
nickname to link
YouTuber luck is real. This is the proof.
Our Cleffas
They gave us the same Cleffas. Wait, what day did you catch yours?
Oh gosh. Oh, I have to look in my app in the game to see that.
Okay.
Give me one moment. Where is it?
It's okay. Alright, well mine was caught February 24th, 2024.
November 16th of 2024. Mine was caught 9 months later, roughly.
Okay. Well, that's still crazy that they're so similar.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And mine was caught at Taupe Hollow.
Mine was caught at Old Gold.
Not that it really matters, but...
Wow, that is wild, though. When you started listing off, I was like, is he just, like, pranking me? Just reading back my own Bethos skills?
No, I'm looking at it. I have it. This is the battle concept, right?
Yeah.
Like, when we get to level... See, and this is where Metronome screws me, because when we get to level 100, yours is better for sure. Because my skill trigger going up doesn't do anything for the strength.
Well, let's see. 100. Actually, yours comes in better because mine gets ingredient finding M, which, because the berries are more valuable at level 100, eating up that many more berry procs on ingredients, yours gets harmed less because yours is... Although I bet you at level 99, mine's probably better. By the calculator standards.
Yeah, probably.
Let's see. Because yours is ingredient finding S. Yeah, at level 99, mine ranks better. But at level 100...
Don't take yours to level 100.
Mine actually, according to the calculator, decreases in strength. Because of going from 66,000 to 63,000. That last level.
That's so sad.
But if you're sneaky snacking it, which is what Rainon would probably prefer you do since it thinks the skill does absolutely nothing, then mine owns. Although ours should be the same, basically, at that point, right? Yeah, they should be exactly the same because there's no other factors to consider. Other than they both have berry finding S, they both have helping bonus. Because inventory doesn't matter in sneaky snacking, ingredient finding doesn't matter, skill trigger doesn't matter. And aside from that, they're the same, so...
So they are twins.
They are twins when sneaky snacking.
Alright, chat, name our Clef Fables.
Name the Cleffa twins.
Let's name them Plusle and Minen.
I like that. Which one do you want? You want Plusle or do you
I
want
don't
Minen?
care. Wait, we'll give chat a chance to do something better.
Chat, here. If you have any ideas, come up with them in the next, like, 20 minutes or so. I don't know. Oh, I just ended the poll. Apparently, I'd be a 30 pip investment. Some people saying I'd be 16 pips. Apparently, the least answer was 12. I'm not a mid-evolution, apparently.
People think too highly of you. Just kidding.
Except for 8% of people. Out of 56 people.
You are a cash grab, okay? 30 pips?
That's a legendary. That's Raichu, that's Entei. That's Cresselia. I wanted to put in all the options, but
yeah, but you're showing up way more often than a legendary, so those people were wrong.
Yeah, I show up like 2 to 3 times a day.
And I love it.
Based on my upload rate.
Watching, I'll admit this to everyone. Watching Velociraptor's videos is always one of the highlights of my day.
Oh, thank you. It's always one of the highlights of my day when you release a new video. As well. I'm like, okay, I gotta watch that like ASAP.
ASAP is possible.
Ooh. Wonder if Greengrass Expert Mode will have different music in background. That'd be kind of neat if they, like, energized it. I'm a whale exclusive.
Give it a remix.
Half moon and full moon. Which one moons more that's you to decide? Oh, God.
We name one Newman and one Fulmer.
To reference the... Now kiss. Couple states apart. Can't really do that. Okay. Yeah.
I'm flattered that you even considered it.
It was more just a joke.
No, I got you. I know.
Yeah.
I'm joking too.
Nice though.
Oh man.
I also have a shiny Riolu. It's not like your Lucario, but I have it. It's terrible. It's really bad.
I have a shiny Cleffa. It's nowhere near as good as that one that we just looked at.
Yeah, that one. I don't have a shiny Cleffa. I always forget what shinies I have. Because I have so many that are just box filler and I probably should just get rid of, but you know, shiny.
But they're shiny.
Mm-hmm. I have some
That's
Pokemon
why they're all
that
at the bottom of your RP sword.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just... What else would be at the bottom of my RP sword?
Hey, let's do a shiny battle. Let's do a shiny battle.
Bro love is still love. Oh, I thank you, Ubumalu. Great
Just
comment.
got love, that's all it is.
Do you have a shiny Shuppet?
So we battle our shiny Tricos?
Or shiny Tricos?
Yeah, I do.
Sure. I actually don't remember what the
wait,
stats
do
were
it? No,
for.
actually, I don't have shiny Shuppet. I don't know what I'm talking about. It has such a great shiny.
It does. It's a cool shiny.
Yours is gonna win. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
shiny...
Mine might win at level 100.
My shiny Trico's actually okay.
Sorry, I meant for Trico.
Mm-hmm. Let's compare them as Sceptiles. Would your main skill be extra calculus? I still have yet to do calculus for Pokemon Sleep. Although I wouldn't put it past myself. There have been a few cases where I've been like, I might need calculus for this calculation. I've not done it yet, though.
Oh, what? You can't give it max main skill level? You're gonna definitely...
Well,
what am I in skill level up in?
Oh, okay, then I'll bring it down 2 levels to make it a fair comparison. Okay.
No, it's okay, because it's either we don't give it the buff and I win, or we do and you win.
Well, I don't know if mine has helping bonus and yours doesn't, and we make it help bonus stacks null, which is how I would usually evaluate Pokemon like this. And we make it compared to level 75. That's probably where mine has the best chance. What's the stats on yours?
Okay. Get ready for this. So it's ABC, energy recovery bonus, skill level up M, skill trigger S, inventory up S, berry finding S, naive nature.
That's like skill down something.
Yeah, experience gains up, skill down.
Oh, yeah. I knew it was skill down, but I didn't know the... Okay. If we compare it level... If we give it one...
Make sure you have pity procs on.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident it is. I almost always have them enabled. Yep. Okay, at level 75... Oh, mine outperforms by a landslide.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Even with only level...
Get mine to level 100.
If we get it to level 100, mine still actually does better. Probably because of double help speed at that point.
Oh, yeah, you have helping speed. Theirs is...
Because I have help speed S
really
and help
good.
speed M with helping bonus. If we set help bonus stacks to 0, that... Wow, mine's still actually better. What? Okay. That surprises me. That really does surprise me. Because I would have expected... I guess... They do say help speed S, help speed M, and helping bonus is about a 50% modifier, if I'm right. So, because it's 26%, 100 divided by or divided by 74. Yeah, it's a 35% increase to all forms of productivity.
Yeah, I just did the math in my head too. You're exactly right.
I didn't do it in my head. I pulled up a calculator on my side monitor.
Oh. Well, I did it in my head because you're in my AirPods and it's going directly into my ear. And so it was like I was sitting here and I just heard the problem solving. It was pretty cool.
Anytime that I'm doing math quickly on stream, it's not me doing it in my head. It's I've got a button on my keyboard. On the very top right corner, that's CAL. It's calculator. It's a button that just opens a calculator. It's amazing. So I can pull up a That's the why I never actually have it on stream, because I'm constantly opening and closing calculators with that single button. And OBS requires that you set up the input beforehand. And yeah, it would ruin the OBS setup. So I oftentimes open a calculator, do a calculation, close it. If I'm ever doing that on stream, I'm not that good at mental math. I just have a very convenient key on my keyboard that allows me to open a calculator, type something in, hit enter, and then close it.
Well, if we use the rate by the, like the one good thing, two good things thing, if you look at yours, it's got 3 speeds up, and mine really only has a negated skill trigger.
That's true.
And verifying a guess.
Which, wait a minute, if we mint it, then yours does better. That's
and silver seed it?
If you silver seed it, then it really does better. Here, let's just assume full investment.
If you had everyone, if you have a Sceptile at level 100 in this scenario, it would be worth minting, just so you know.
Especially a shiny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours would actually do better minted. I suggest name the Clefables Hocus and Pocus or Cosmo and Wanda. I like Cosmo and Wanda. Did you ever watch Fairly Odd Parents?
Fairly Odd Parents.
Wait, do we have...
Flips your lid when you were a kid.
What gender is yours? That might help people with their creativity.
Yeah, that's exactly. I was just thinking to check.
Mine's a female.
And mine's male.
That works. That's pretty good.
Except, I feel like my shiny one should be Cosmo because it's green ears.
That's true. Is your shiny male?
Wait, yeah, I guess I need to check that. Nope, it's not.
So that doesn't work.
Yeah, but yours is pink. How could... Alright, I mean, that works for me.
Okay, yeah. There you go. Thank you, Monstera. Wanda.
How do you spell cost? Just kidding. One day when level 75 is in the game, I will start investing in this.
That's kind of what my thoughts been with this thing. Clefinitely and
I have
probably.
710.
I've got 686 candies for Cleffa.
Mine's only level 11. Dang.
That's probably because I caught mine later. Higher research rank means higher base level of Pokemon caught.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If I get mine to 786 candies, it will not even... If I set it to be equal candies, I would not quite get to level 13. Oh well.
If I was to dump all my
experience
candies
down.
into it, minus what is necessary for evolution, I could get it to level 36.
I have more than 10 times the Dream Shards.
Oh gosh, I believe that. I'm very liberal with my Dream Shards. I'm flat broke right now, pretty much. I have one Dream Cluster S. Wait, what research level impacts Mon levels? Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, your research rank. Yeah, your research rank impacts the Mon levels that you catch. It's why later game you don't catch anything that's like level 1 and level 2. It's because your research rank's too high. At this point, my shiny Mareep, I think it is, if I go through my box, I've got a shiny Mareep that's level 2. This dude is actually decent at level 50, which is kind of funny. Because I'm just not going to invest it, because, you know, it's my only level 2 Pokemon, and I can't catch level 2 Pokemon anymore, and there's something kind of fun about having that legacy Pokemon. So...
My lowest level Pokemon is an Ekans, and it's marked for death. It has the cleared out name. From August 6th.
Oh boy. Yeah, I have this level 2 Mareep and a level 5 Igglybuff. I actually don't...
And it has 158 MG, what the heck?
Wait, what?
Okay, so there used to be a bug in the game where you could switch your Pokemon in and out of your team to increase their energy. And when that bug existed, I did it with every Pokemon in my box. Just because. And so it's sitting here at 150 energy, but I'm pretty sure it's never been used. And it's level 4.
That's hilarious.
It has helping bonus at level 75.
And what's the formula? Is it capped? I don't think it's actually a formula. I think it's just like someone found the set levels. Someone made an infographic about it a while ago. I can see if I can find it real quick, but I don't know what it is. Capped eventually, and it varies from evolution stage to evolution stage.
Well, if I'm getting banned for bug abuse, you're going to get banned for not watching my video where I explained all of this like months ago.
I definitely watched it. It's just the question was, did I remember it?
No, not you. Ubu is going to get banned. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat. No, it's one of my most viewed videos. Is called like the best early game strategy for Pokemon Sleep, and I talk about how in the early game the best thing that you can be doing is conserving as many resources as you can with your Poke Biscuits and just grinding the area bonus up at Cyan Beach, so that you can get higher strength there, and just start getting more research XP than you would get at Greengrass Isle, and then the Poke Biscuits you use later have more value because you're catching higher level Pokemon. But it's okay because maybe you don't have a reason to watch early game strategy videos if you're not in the early game anymore, so it's okay.
I still watch them because I find that intriguing. Even if I'm personally will never use that information, because both of my accounts are past what I'd consider early game. Yeah, I can't find the infographic that has all the information of like exactly where the differences are, but oh well. I'll find it someday and post it in the Discord, I guess. Maybe I'll find it. Only time will tell.
Well, this is one of the videos that I first made an actual graphic for, too. It's not as intriguing as the infographic you're talking about, but
yeah,
it's actually my second most viewed video on my channel. That's cool.
My most viewed videos on the channel are pretty much all tier list videos. People eat that up.
Thanks for stroking my ego, Cammy.
Yeah, if I look at my top most viewed videos, it is Pokemon Sleep tier list update January 2025, Pokemon Sleep update June 2025, Pokemon Sleep tier list update June 2025, and then it's my Cresselia versus Darkrai strategy guide.
Yeah, those Cresselia videos were getting pushed hard.
Yeah.
By YouTube.
Yep.
My funniest video to look at the stats on is my stress-free approach to Darkrai video, because every new moon that happens, it like starts to go up in views again, so it like looks like this staircase.
Nice. That's pretty funny.
My top video also has tier list in the title, but it's the how to know what to hunt in Pokemon Sleep. Tier lists are not the answer.
I wonder how the video that I did for Skill Week Part 1. I wonder if that one's gonna spike in popularity soon. It could. I linked it in the description of the one that I released today. So that, and then told people, hey, I have this other video where I already discussed the strategy guide, so I'm not going to be making a strategy guide video for this one because it's all the same information. So, spoiler for the video, if you haven't watched it yet. It released like 3 hours ago.
I haven't watched it yet.
This is ridiculous.
Spoiler
Your
alert,
mechanic
I haven't
talks
watched it.
and strategy guides are so good, it should be the most viewed videos ever. I agree. They're the things that I put the most work into. They're my personal favorite videos on the channel. But yet, YouTube analytics do not... what is my favorite stuff and what is good is not necessarily what the YouTube algorithm likes. The YouTube algorithm likes tier lists. And, well, some of them...
It likes tier lists,
yes.
and that's about it.
It likes tier lists, and it likes things that's immediately relevant as well. Like, the Crest vs. Darkrai strategy guide was very much so like, oh, Crest vs. Darkrai is happening. People are looking up Cresselia vs. Darkrai, like, strategy and stuff. Is, like, kind of what they're looking up. So, that leads to that one blowing up quite a bit more. And then, like, my fourth most viewed video is actually a really recent one. The Hoenn starters and Plusle and mine and their stats, like when they first arrived and we got all their details, and I made that video where I really first kind of showed off how insane Sceptile was before I went down the Sceptile rabbit hole that led to 3 different videos. That one's my fourth most viewed video after the Crest vs. Darkrai strategy guide. And the 2 tier lists. My algorithm likes all of us, or likes y'all. Mon reviews and spotlights.
My number 8 video of all time is what Velociraptor got wrong in his Pokemon Sleep. Love it.
Yeah. Oh, and then my 5th highest ranked video, my 5th highest one, is my original tier list. My very first tier list video. So, 3 of my top 5 most viewed videos are tier lists on the channel. So, which is crazy because those are probably some of my lowest effort content as well. Because it's just me turning on the camera saying, this is my opinion right now. And honestly, I could make that tier list video 7 days in a row. And I would put money on it that all 7 days in a row, if I don't see the 2 tier lists side by side, every day that tier list is going to look different. Just based off how I'm feeling that day. Love me some tier lists. I would like videos diving in fun teams and uncommon strategies. I try to cover stuff like that. But, it's always difficult to think through things. Raptor trashing the meta are always the best videos. I mean, the meta is the meta for a reason, but at the same time, you gotta consider what you catch is the thing. This game is so difficult to say. It's so difficult to say what is good or what is best and properly like define a meta, because really the meta for every box is going to be different from the next. We can identify good Pokemon and identify what's generally going to be a good box enhancer. Like I can say generally Sceptile is a very good Pokemon and talk about it for hours. But if you have a Meganium with Berry Finding S, Help Bonus, Help Speed M, Adamant Nature, then maybe don't hunt Sceptile, because you really don't need it if you have a Meganium like that. So it's really more about like, what is going to be best for each account.
But also, I mean, part of the point is you could hunt Sceptile for the remainder of the game and never catch one that's better than what you have, right? That's the thing.
I think the most
you just don't know.
I think the most difficult thing in this game is learning just when to settle. I had a commenter ask me the other day, because I posted a video where I talked about this mudkip that I caught. Because I caught this mudkip, and nope, not this mudkip, a different mudkip. Where is it? Is it this one? I'm finding a nickel for every Sceptile mention. Yes, that's very true. I've mentioned it quite a bit. It wasn't this mudkip either. It was this Mudkip. Yes, this was the guy. He's got Berry Fighting S, skill level up S, and like he's really got just Berry Fighting S going for him, and a speed of help up nature. Not amazing, but in the context of my account, I don't want to spend more biscuits on a Mudkip. Like, I've already got a pretty solid Dedenne. That also kind of functions like a pseudo berry specialist.
Yeah, and he has a great Markowak.
Markowak. Gosh. I don't have a great Markowak. My best one has helping bonus and really nothing else. But anyway.
Mine too. Wait, we should Markowak battle.
Oh boy. Put the Markowaks against each other. Okay.
That's the battle music.
This Mudkip. I had a commenter ask me, wait, you would actually settle on that? Like, questioning, is that enough to settle on? They said they had a similar one, and they didn't want to invest in it. Because it's just kind of mid. Like, this got Berry Fighting S and Speed of Help of Nature. But I was like, in the context of my account, I don't really need it. Maybe if Expert Mode turns out to be more difficult than what we're kind of thinking, and I need a Ground Berry Specialist, then okay, but I'm fine with Ground Berries being a weakness of my box. As far as the actual skill goes, I've got Dedenne to cover me very well, so what do I need Swampert for? I've got Typhlosion for top, so if that Mudkip were a Trico, you'd have already sent it off to Neuro. Well, at this point, yeah, for sure. I would have held on to it for a while, because it would have been one of the only ones with Berry Fighting S, and a Speed Up Nature is not bad. But at the same time, I just don't need one. So, I'm keeping it. If I ever need one immediately, this is my immediate invest. Maybe I'll keep hunting for a better one eventually. But I like skill level up on it. I actually kind of like inventory up because skill level up saves me a seed. Inventory up makes it that it can actually more reliably get the skill off in the middle of the night. Despite being a berry specialist with Berry Fighting S, that's more likely to run into inventory problems. And the Speed of Help Up Nature, just extra on the top of it. So, it's like, is it a great investment? Probably not. But do I need a better one? And I don't think I do.
So, this is exactly where I'm at with my Altaria. It looks a lot like this like nature and subskills actually. But because now I know that November is when I would use it, I'm content to actually keep catching a few more Swablu before I, like, pull the trigger, right? Even though I already did pull the trigger a little. It's like level 30, but...
Yeah.
Alright, Marowak battle.
Yep.
Oh, mine's gonna win. Sorry.
Yeah, mine... Well, okay. Context. I caught this thing July 31st of 2023. Back then, this was literally the only thing I had in my entire box with helping bonus. It carried me hard,
man,
because it was the only thing with helping bonus.
Why do I have a Marowak from 2024 and a Cubone from 2025? What am I doing?
I've only held on to this guy because there's an emotional attachment to it, because I know... At one point, I remember saying to Adrian, I was like, I need to run my Marowak because I've run it through Rainon. And Rainon was much more rudimentary back then. But it still had like some of the basics for team comparison. I would punch everything into team comparison, and it would always come out stronger with this Marowak on the team just because it had helping bonus. And at that point, I didn't have a reliable healer, so the energizing self-recharge was actually kind of nice at the point. Like, this thing was genuinely strong for me in the time and context of my account at that point. Nowadays, this thing would be immediately transferred if I caught it.
And that's why you can't make it to your list. Here's the proof.
Yep. Yeah. Which, it's kind of funny.
I actually
to
have
look
a
back at
theory
the time.
about how I would play the game differently if I started over.
But yeah.
And I would invest immediately in Ekans, in Wobbuffet, in all of those like evolve early Pokemon that you're gonna see a lot and get a lot of candies for.
I'm not sure.
And then just spend more time hunting.
I'm not sure I'd invest in a
early game.
Wobbuffet. Maybe. The thing is, its skill level is going to be level 2 main skill, which, is that really valuable? Like, I guess I'd have to run more calculations.
Before you have an actual healer?
The thing is, healing, like, at that point, I think you might just be better off running another, like, even unevolved berry specialist. Because, like, Wobbuffet's not giving you anything in terms of berries. Like,
okay, fine.
And then, like, healing is valuable, yes, but healing is only valuable if it can actually reliably keep the team above thresholds. That's maybe going to keep one team member above the threshold for, like, 2 more hours. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if a level 2 main skill is going to make it reliable enough to actually be useful.
Hey,
but anyway.
but think about this. Look. Marowak self-heals, Arbok self-heals, Wobbuffet is healing itself and something else, potentially.
Like I said, it might be worth it, especially if you catch another one. Yes, Rattata. That self-healers, self-healing berry Pokemon, I think would go great early game.
Well, I think all of those in the early game, and they all evolve at super low levels. Like, I think they're meant to be early game Pokemon, but the game never explains it to you.
Yeah.
And now I'm sitting here with thousands of Ekans candy. Okay, not several thousands. Alright, let me give you this Marowak. Ready?
Yeah. Give me a moment. Wait.
Okay.
Marowak. Okay, what's its stats?
Oh, that's... I said ready.
Sorry, I phased out. Okay.
You're good. Helping speed M. Skill level up S. Skill S. Helping bonus. Helping speed S. Naughty nature, which is speed of help up, main skill chance down.
Yep.
And it's AAB.
Ranax is lagging for me right now.
You gotta refresh that page.
Yep. Okay. At level... Let's compare at various levels. Level 30, if we give him Groundberry favored. Let's do help bonus stack set to null for now. Mine does little bit better at 30. Like, they're almost the same, but mine's a little bit better. Level 50... Wow, the gap gets even closer. Level 60, yours is better. 75, yours is way better. 100, yours is like 1.5 times mine. More than 1.5 times what mine can produce. So that just really ramps up quickly. If we set it to 0, then I think mine's worst from the start. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And it only gets worse from there.
Because mine's way faster.
Yeah. But early game help bonus access.
Champion.
Early game help bonus access is huge. This Marowak was useful way back when.
When you do the Crestminster, do you award whoever has the worst submission?
I don't give any awards for it. I do note
you can make a Markowak roll.
Markowak? Anyone who watched this one stream will understand why it's called Markowak. Yeah. Would Eureka Seed for ingredient slots be game-breaking? I don't think so. It's actually one of the suggestions that I have for something that I'd like to see added to the game. I know you disagree, Ben. We've discussed that before.
Well, here's the thing. No, well, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I already gave an example earlier where I have an ABA shiny Aron that has great stats and would totally use if it was mono, because I don't have a reason to raise a second Aggron, right? But at the time didn't have any, and still don't today have a reason to raise an ABA one, and so the nice thing though about a Eureka Seed is if you use it on the B slot, you guarantee that you're locking your mono in for AVA. If you're trying to use it on the C slot, you're gambling because depending on what you're trying to go for, right? You're either getting if you have A, you're either getting B or C. If you have B, you're either getting A or C. And so it's way more valuable to get an ABA list to turn it mono, or to turn like an AAB list to an ABB list, than it is to like use it on the C ingredient at all. So like, I don't know. It would buff ingredient catches in such a weird way. If that makes sense.
Well, it depends on how they implement it. If they make it a reroll versus its selection. But for Darkrai, it's a reroll, so that implementation's already been there. But maybe Darkrai is supposed to be more rare because there are more options. So
there's way more options.
There's way more options. To make it to the point that, you know what, you just gotta catch more Darkrai's. I feel like if they made a limited item that can only go out to a single like, that you can only use on one Pokemon, and it can go out to be and used on any Pokemon, I feel like if you're using it to hit, well, I guess it could be fully random. I don't know. We'll have to see how it would get implemented. But
the other thing I would love to see was like, and I use the Aggron example specifically. Like, I would love it if it was like, what's the point of raising a Pokemon to level 80 to level 90, other than, like, 75 and 100 are these major milestones that maybe we'll get in the game one day. Yeah. But like, what, like those other breakpoints, like you say it all the time in your videos, like, well, there's no really a reason to take an ingredient specialist past 60 unless it has something at 75, which is obviously still out there. But like, if there was some other milestone you could unlock on your Pokemon for hitting that, like, it'd be cool to see, like, oh, it gets like a percentage of a speed boost or something at some of those other breakpoints to like give you a reason to do it. But I was thinking a Eureka Seed for that species could be a cool reason to go out and reach level 80, for example. But then you could use it to make that Pokemon potentially better. But then I look at that and go, oh, well, if I could get my Aggron to 80 and then use a Eureka Seed on a different Aggron and start raising a second one, I have a perfect use case for that. But I don't know. So I'm not opposed to it, but I do think generally, like, the ability to pick and choose, like, when people talk about mints in the game, the issue is, like, in the main series games, there's a mint for every single nature, and the idea is you can go and choose and build the exact Pokemon you want. And so whenever somebody's, in the past when we've said, oh, add mints to the game, like, that's how I interpret this, oh, select my nature. And I'm like, I don't want that. How they implemented it, I think is good. And like Eureka Seeds, like you said, I think they could implement that in a way where it's not totally game breaking. It's like you still want to get a decent roll before you're deciding to use it, but it could be nice to get a Eureka Seed for other species for sure. As long as it's rare enough.
I think it's just like, also, okay, in base games, it makes somewhat sense that you can choose things without having to deal with all the RNG and randomness, because a big complaint before was if you were trying to get into competitive, building a competitive team way back in the day was just pain. It was just like, it was like
EV train and IV train and.
Well, you had to first like breed so many Pokemon to the point that like get lucky. You'd have to breed the Pokemon up. It was just like a very long and arduous task that most people didn't have the time for, and it led to a lot of toxicity and a lot of cheating in competitive. A lot of people hacking in Pokemon, which I'm not an expert on these topics.
Do you think now that they're adding toxicity into Pokemon Sleep in a couple weeks that That's a joke from Toxtricity. All right, go ahead.
Toxtricity. Okay. But no, there was like a lot of problems, and their way of addressing that was making it more accessible. So, and they made it more accessible by adding things like bottle caps, things like mints, just to make the grind still exist, that you still have to do something in game so that it felt like you were training your Pokemon, and you'd actually be like a partner with the Pokemon you're using in competitive. But realistically, making it just actually somewhat accessible to someone who just wants to get involved in competitive now. There's still a debate as to whether or not it is enough, if they've gone far enough in the right direction. And now they're releasing Champions, which looks like it's going to be just like real easy. So that could be changing things. But
yeah, I mean that's the whole premise of Champions is, hey, this is where you can just come and have those battles.
Yeah. But in Pokemon Sleep, implementing such features doesn't make sense, because in that game, the whole entire reasoning behind making things easier to catch and hunt in that was to make it more accessible so that people could access the gameplay of competitive. Here, the gameplay is the hunt. The gameplay is what we're doing, what we're trying to do, catching the Pokemon that we want, and leveling and evolving them, getting them higher level. If you implement more mechanics to skip that and just get the better Pokemon, then what is there for gameplay? Realistically, we're not going to be getting everything to touch up our Pokemon, because I think there needs to be a level of RNG, a decently high level of RNG, because if every catch can become Berry Fighting S Help Bonus one day, then why would you invest in the Berry Fighting S Help Bonus one that you caught now?
Yeah, I mean, you would just catch a Pokemon and go, well, one day I'll just fix it.
Yeah.
There's no reason to hunt anything.
The gameplay loop here is the hunt, is the building of the team. There is no actual... Because, okay, in competitive, you build the team and then you fight with it. The game is the fighting. What is the fighting here? There is no, I guess, running it for a week to get Master 20?
Oh, we just did it.
Cool. You do 1 week.
We've been doing the battles.
That's true. We have been doing the battles. But cool. You're on the team for 1 week. Get the Master 20. What's the gameplay after that point? And that's the gameplay that gets ruined by introducing too many things like mints, where you can just choose the nature, taking the Pokemon and choosing the right sub-skills that you want, things like that. And that's why I'm generally against anything. I'm generally against anything that decreases the rarity of good catches, except for me, I do agree with it on ingredient lists, just because, me personally, I think it gives more creativity for consideration of ingredient lists on skills and berry specialists, which as of right now, you just kind of work with whatever you get, and sometimes that really doesn't work and you can't really consider it if they don't have the right list.
Yeah.
But I think it can give a lot of interesting viability, more consideration for that on ingredients or on berry and skill specialists than what we have right now. And also, there is a rarity problem on ingredient specialists specifically, because they're fighting to both have good sub-skills in nature and ingredient list, whereas berry and skill specialists are just fighting their sub-skills and don't care about that ingredient list.
And we'll see if expert mode influences that at all, right? Maybe that the mixed list will become more viable with expert mode, but even then, a lot of people haven't invested those Pokemon, so it's not like they're ready for expert mode.
Yeah. And then the question is, if it is weaker, if going for mixed list is weaker, then in the end, is it more worthwhile to just use a berry specialist? Because ideally everything's going to have favorite berry if you're really using fully min-max teams that are not having those downsides. Then realistically the best Pokemon should theoretically be berry specialists. If they have to have favorite berry just to equal, then the berry specialists are going to do best, ideally. So then the question is it even worth going for an ingredient-focused strategy at that point?
Right. Which comes back to why I think that the nerfs to the non-favored berries can't be too punishing in expert mode, because if they are, then why do you even have ingredient and skill specialist in the game? Like, I don't know. It's just all speculation, but
I think
we'll see.
I do think that, like I said, I think it's going to be at a nice balance where you do genuinely have to consider it, but I don't think they're going to make it unviable and completely impossible to do even somewhat well without matching favorite. Yeah. But I think it's something that we should be considering, and I think it's going to be at a nice balance where I think it'll be at a point, I don't know what the number's going to be. I'm sure there have been simulations run before, and I tried coming up with it in my one news video. I think it's probably anywhere from 10 to 15%, 10 to 20% maybe, where it's more worthwhile to match favored berry and continue to follow it and make a slightly weaker meal than it is to just make the strongest meal. I think they're trying to kill the idea of just making the best meal and that being the best team. Because that's a lot of players' mindset right now, is just make the best meal, that's the best team. And I think they're trying to kind of fight that, because right now the team building isn't necessarily creative. It's just, oh, I have these 4 ingredient specialists and a healer. And maybe you rotate if you're more into the game.
And Dedenne.
And yeah, Dedenne every now and then. But maybe if you're more into the game, you'll rotate berry specialists on, rotate the healer, rotate Dedenne. Like, maybe something will, like, you'll have, like, something rotating if you're really into the game and, like, more min-maxing it. But I think we're seeing a lot of players make a lot of samey teams that just look to focus and make the strongest meal. And I think their intention with the game was more that we'd probably try to play into favored berry, and they're not seeing that because cooking is too strong. And I think they're trying to... I think they want to make those nerfs big enough that it's worth it to have favored berry.
Well, I think that... I mean, they say it all the time, like, we're going to give every Pokemon a chance to shine. Mm-hmm. I think they're trying to... Like, given that we can simulate the strength on what is the best possible Marowak and see how there's still probably going to be better options, like a weaker Typhlosion is still going to beat out the best Marowak. Not weaker, but like a decent Typhlosion, right? That's just as a general example here, but like I think that they are trying to say, hey, every Pokemon in this game can be relevant, can have a role. Don't feel like you can't use a Markowak, which has now got the most screen time on your channel that it's ever had. Congratulations, Markowak. So like they're definitely trying to say, hey, it's worth catching anything, it's worth raising anything. But I don't know. I mean, it's such an interesting period of the game to be in, because they announced this in December when they said a new challenging mode's gonna be added to the game, long-term development, and like we're here like so close to it, so close to having all of the information to really know what this is gonna be like. We may not have another period of time like this moment in the game again. Like, what is the next major, potentially meta-shifting thing that they're going to do? Like, I mean, sure, adding a new ingredient kind of moves the meta a little bit in November. But we have already been through that twice. We already know what to expect there. This reminds me of, like, back when they announced the legendary beasts, and it was like we had the first 2 pretty quick, and then we knew that Suicune had to come at some point. But then after Suicune, do you remember Nurse videos being like, is the game even going to be playable after Suicune? Like, what? Like, you could just tell he was like, where are they even going to go? There's nowhere else to go. Like, yeah. It's like, dude, there's like 900 Pokemon.
Actually, there's over 1,000 now. There's 1,025.
Okay, well, over 900 is still correct, sir.
Yeah, that is true. They are in the quad digits.
But, like, I don't know, I just feel like, you know, the next time we're going to be in a moment like this, where we're anticipating something that's going to shake up the game in such a unique way, like, we may not get a moment like this for another couple of years, if that makes sense.
Yeah. The only way that it'd be that way is if they had some sort of, like, generational gimmick, but I don't see them doing any of those anytime soon. But, yeah.
Well, and we already know, like, I asked for a Green Grass Plus forever ago, and we're going to get it, and it seems like we're going to get a Cyan Beach Plus and a Taupe Hollow Plus, and
yeah.
It's cool. Now, I'd still like to see, like, unique spawns at those places, and you threw out to me, like, maybe that's where they introduce 5-star sleep styles, which could be really cool, but doesn't, like, change the meta, right? Just gives you kind of a unique badge or something. I don't know what to call it. Like, no one can see your sleep text anyway, unless you're a YouTuber.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't see all the sleep types per se. But yeah. But no, it's a crazy time. I'm pretty excited for Expert Mode. It'll be interesting to see how they handle the nerfs and the buffs. I think it's going to be more handled by, I think the buffs are going to be more insane. And not necessarily the nerfs be harsh. But
yeah.
Like, because I
like,
feel like
you're gonna want to run the favorite berry for the matching berry because
yeah.
the bonus is gonna make it worth it.
I think
to do
the
that.
primary is gonna make it some severe opportunity cost to not run something of the primary favorite berry. Like, I don't know. Only time will tell, really. But I think between the buffs and now the thing is that doesn't help the neutral berries, like the ones that are in between, the ones that are still favored, but not like. Not the primary one. Yeah, the primary.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. Only time will tell what's happening with it. And all we know right now is that it's probably a good idea to have some type coverage all around. And maybe a good idea to start, like, plotting and look forward. I'd say the best way to prep really right now is, since there's such little info out right now, the only thing that we can for sure know is that you can test a monotype team. Like, if I get fire type, I know I can just get 1.4 million because I made this monotype team some time ago. I know that if I get an electric type team, electric week, I can just get 2.3 million. Just cuz. As long as I get electric berry. Like, I can just test.
And I know if I get a rock type team, I'm screwed.
Yep. And then, well, if you get rock type berry, rely on one of the other two. That's the thing.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. But yeah.
Because, like, yes, this is my... If I roll electric berry, I can get this at a minimum just by running this electric type team. But theoretically, there are other berries. Like, if I get psychic in here, and I then instead take off this Raichu because it's a lower level and put on my Espeon, and then instead of Pomo, will run my Cresselia, then that puts me at a much higher point. So, like, it depends on which berries I roll. If I roll this set, then I get... You know what? If I get Psychic and Electric berries, that's almost Master 20. Just by getting it. Is that even... yeah, that is with good camp ticket. Wow, I can almost get Master 20 week 1 if I roll these exact berries, but I'm not going to re-roll that many tickets. That would be a waste of resources, one might say.
You would get what today is Master 20.
Yeah,
in the plus mode.
Yes,
it's probably. I'm thinking that they're just gonna straight up like put a multiplier. They're gonna be like, oh, it's everything's 1.5 times the strength, or everything's 2 times the strength that the original green grass is.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what the difference is there. And this isn't actually. Yeah, this is well beyond Master 20, because okay. This is a random thing. I've gotten to the nitty-gritty of these numbers so much that somehow I've taken the time to memorize the exact number that is how much it takes to get Master 20 at green grass.
Which is how you identified the pattern between the different areas, I remember.
And how Old Gold Power Plant breaks that pattern.
Breaks the pattern.
Because it goes up higher. But yeah. I memorized that it is
Yeah,
exactly...
I've watched a couple of your videos.
Yeah. Here, I'll prove it right now that I know it, because my eyes are closed, I'm not looking at the screen, and nowhere on the screen does it say the number. 3,245,795. Okay. If I go to map/sleep styles, and I open up the maps, and I go to green grass, if this is wrong, I'm going to be embarrassed, but 3,245,795. I'm pretty certain that's what I said.
I should have written it down. I thought you said 75.
I think I said 795. I think I said 795 really fast, but I was intending to say 795. I type it in a lot, so...
You probably said it right. Somebody rewind and tell us.
Someone just said nice. I mean, it's a 7-digit number. That's... A phone number's 10 digits, right? That's not that embarrassing to... Like, not that weird, right?
It's not weird. The only weird thing would be is if you constantly read every single one of these numbers all the time.
Yeah. I mean, the social security number is 9 digits. I'm hoping that many people have their social security number memorized.
Yeah, let's see. Do you have yours memorized? Do you want to share it with us?
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Mine is 3, 2, 4, 5, 9, 7, 5? No, 7, 9, 5. Is that the number? Did I get it right?
Maybe. I don't know your social security number, man.
No, the green grass number. I'm just seeing if I memorized it from the last time you did it. 3, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 5.
That is it.
Woo! Well,
that's a couple digits shy. It's 2 digits shy, but you know, of a social security number. But oh well. How funny would that be if that... I mean, it can't be someone's social security number. It's not enough digits, but...
Well, with the 20 from Master 20, it's... Somebody out there has that
you can
social
put
security
20.
number. 203 24 5795. If that's your social security number, you should... I don't know what you should do. You should file your taxes.
Oh gosh, this has gone from Pokemon Sleep Talks to stealing someone's identity talks.
We just doxed some random person.
Oh boy. Anyway, I think that's a sign. It's 3 a.m. my time, local time. I'm getting pretty tired. I feel like the stream's been kind of devolving over the past hour. We've certainly been losing viewers over the past hour too, so...
Thank you to all of you who have stuck around and had fun with us.
Thank you for all that have been sticking around, seeing me and Ben slowly get more and more tired and talk about crazier and crazier things. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Surely like and subscribe if you haven't already, although I'm sure if you're tuning in my streams, you're probably subscribed, but...
yeah, I liked this video because I was in it, so...
Nice. Well, and thanks for being a guest star, Ben.
Oh, anytime.
Alright.
Anytime that my kids are asleep.
It's been great talking about Toxtricity. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.